shows up. Okay. Yes, I know. Stop telling me what to do. Okay. I'm going to do this real quick, guys. Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm CDouble, and we're starting it like this real quick. Yesterday's show, we're talking the trade deadline, the Falcons game, a preview of the Saints game, and we had a guest, and at the time, we did not know what was going on. So once we found out what was happening, it was obviously too late. I didn't know he was causing this stuff. So I did what anyone would normally do, and that was I went ahead, removed this person off the show, or I removed it off the show, and I removed it from the page. So if you're looking for it, that's where it is. We will do more Falcon content for the Beard Gang, and that's the way we're doing it. And by the way, if you want politics, man, go somewhere else and listen to that. We don't do that here. We talk wrestling. We're going to talk football because that's what we do here. So if you're a part of that, thanks. Come aboard. Let's have fun. And with that being said, my co-host, the ones I can't do without, I got basically my six-man tag crew, and that is Jerry, the Lone Wolf Nelms. We were just talking about gear and everything with him, as well as the man that brings the thunder and breaks the hearts of people, LaDaruis Brown. What's up, LaDaruis? How y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you, Jerry? How are you?
Cheers.
Asked and answered. Thank you. Got it. Got it.
You'll always know when Jerry is enjoying. Jerry's in his zone when he has a Coors. Thank you, Coors. Taste them out.
The Lone Wolf.
That was hold on. And by the way, sponsors, this could be you. So if you would like, you could bring us product where we could try it, and we'll show it off on our cameras, like me and LaDaruis. And
brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water.
Okay. I don't know if I want to taste the Rocky Mountain water. You've been there?
What if I want spring water? I don't know how to feel about this now.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. We'll talk, Coors. We'll talk. Well, clearly,
right.
This is a meeting overrated. We should have the meeting.
We'll have a meeting eventually. And like I said, sponsors, if you would like to be sponsored by us, please let us know. Got a show coming up, by the way, in December. I want to say December 7th. It's going to be, it's for the Nerd U promotion. They're going to be doing a wrestling event. I'll get more details of address and everything. If you have it, that'd be awesome.
Don't know if I have okay, I do. It is December 7th at 232 Cherry Street, Commerce, Georgia.
All right. So 232 Cherry Street. Oh, okay. And it's going to be in Commerce, Georgia. So guys, we're going to be out there. I know you'll see Jerry performing it the way he only does. Hopefully no chainsaws will be invited in this one. But who knows? We might need to. And then you'll definitely see a few other folks that was definitely at the benefit show. So I can't wait to meet a lot more folks from the wrestling promotion. And I'll be there doing music, and who knows what else I'll do. So my microphones will work. So with that being said, all right, guys, wrestling happened. So let's talk about it. Crown Jewel came on, and we'll talk WWE first because they had the live PP or PLE, and we got to talk. Yeah, we pay per view, and also we got to talk about those really fat Super Bowl rings that they ended up getting, and maybe a certain meme-worthy photo. How everyone congratulated Cody, and Liv looked like she was kind of like ousted Wouldn't know why.
Yeah, no idea.
In the beautiful
Yeah.
city of Riyadh? What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
The beautiful city of Riyadh. Don't
The
you
city
know?
is beautiful, but not necessarily the people. Back to you.
Or their
studio.
politics.
Well,
But we are not talking about that. All right. But SmackDown, I feel bad because if you watch SmackDown, you're going, well, what happened? And it's like, they have really good shows, but this go round was recorded from New York. So they're coming from that one. So it was recorded. So it wasn't live from the beautiful city of Riyadh. but you had the show. But yet you're kind of like, man, something was missing with the show. And I just hate recorded shows. I don't know about y'all. But we're going to just talk the highlights real quick. You got to have a face-off with Liv and Nia. Bianca versus Piper versus Io versus Last Legend. In their normal gear. We'll talk about that, why I mentioned that. Yeah, I know. Tiffany Stratton, I believe, won against Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
They did a promo with the Street Profits defeat Pretty Deadly. Naomi and Bailey defeated Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. By the way, Indy, Tegan Knox, and Baron Corbin are released from WWE, so we can also talk about that too. So, and then let's see. I'm trying to get it. We got about the bloodline, the OG bloodline. The Fatal 4-Way match. The winner of that match was Io Sky, which is anyone really complaining? I mean, it's Io Sky. Orton and Rose teamed up against Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. Samantha, we miss you. But yeah, what did y'all think? What's y'all's thoughts on SmackDown? We'll start with Jerry and. Ooh, thank you.
Again, I like you. I hate recorded shows because you can always tell that it's recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was it a bad show? Not necessarily. The only, I wouldn't say the problem is it didn't feel like a normal SmackDown show where it's out the gate hot. Because like we've said before, they've understand how to do this 2-hour thing because they've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
I don't really.
I mean, just say what it's fine. It's no right or wrong with it. You're just saying what you're saying, bro. We got you.
I like the way they're building up the tension between Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, not only on the taping that they did that, but they did it at the pay-per-view too.
Yeah.
Or not, yeah, at the pay-per-view and at Raw. Yeah, Raw. The following this past Monday. So
Monday/Sunday.
yeah, Monday/Sunday.
In the beautiful city of Riyadh. What about you, LaDaruis?
He's chewing.
Oh.
No, I stop. Excuse me.
Don't choke.
That's what I'm going to do.
I am not on duty. I do not perform CPR or the Heimlich maneuver right now. Do not choke.
I do. You know what? I do need to share, but you see, on a morning show, we don't have a breakfast buffet, so you know what? I have to bring my own snacks, and there will be litigation towards that, but that's a whole different show. No.
Yes, we know.
Well, maybe Jerry.
Even Ron know.
Maybe Jerry didn't know.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Hold on, you're right because Jerry doesn't. We are being starved on our morning show. We don't get breakfast, and if I had the budget, I would make sure you guys had food, catered to you. So
I mean, I got beer. That's good enough.
Yeah, well, I got pizza. It sounds like a party we got going on here.
Hell yeah! I got this burger thing that's really good.
We don't know the name of it, but it's
taco.
Yeah,
we don't know the name of it.
Sourdough tortilla, and the little mini burgers that you get at Sam's, and then she did the bacon and cheese, and then put lettuce and tomatoes because I guess she thinks I need veggies on this thing. But
Gotta eat healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy, sir.
You gotta compensate all that grease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not grease the musical, but just grease in your body. So, well,
Hey, I can sing that. I can sing that whole thing. You know that.
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry is great. Yeah, I can see Jerry greet the leather jacket. I just show up. I don't know, but I'll just show the cameo like, hey, stay in school, kids, and I just drive off. That's my cameo.
Hey.
Christy Lewis rised up on his hump day, and LaDaruis needs to share.
I mean, it's a fair point.
You're being called out, LaDaruis.
It would be the first time I was called out for a food-related incident. So they look at me and go, "Oh, it's food? Yeah, we get it. We get it. We get it." But as for SmackDown, you could. The main reason I don't like taped shows is because I think the number one reason that it isn't. I don't want to say it's not authentic, but it just feels like something's missing.
Yeah.
And something they cut out could be so integral to the show, but we wouldn't know because it was pre-taping. When you're pre-taping stuff, you can go in and edit, chop whatever you want to, put it in, and it's like
whatever you want to, all that good shit.
So we see a screw up in a match, like we wouldn't know because it's just like on the set. We'll just cut and we'll just redo that. The crowd there will know, but we as the viewing audience won't. So that's the one. But as far as the biggest takeaway is what played out at Crown Jewel is when you see, you get Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn, and I saw this interesting theory that I saw online to kind of explain Jimmy. I think when we look at Jimmy and Sami said something in like the promo, I don't know whether it was at Crown Jewel or on the pre-tape about like Jimmy not being. He's angry because he's just made bad choices.
That was Monday.
It was Monday. Yeah. But and it rung to me. And then when I thought about it, and I said, oh yeah. And then on SmackDown, and I'm thinking about all of this, and I'm just sitting there going, this bloodline storyline, it has layers. And what people thought, like when they thought when Roman Reigns lost the title, like, oh, that was gonna be the end. Like, no. It's because, like, have you seen the literal bloodline of these people? Like, listen, we don't know what Hunter's going to do or the people he's going to add in somewhere down the road. So, but like I said, it just sucks that the show was pre-taped because I would have liked to, maybe, like I said, there's a multitude of reasons, but another thing to say is this. When it comes to like, the thing with Tiffany Stratton, is going to be very interesting because for two reasons. Because I think at some point, I believe Tiffany's going to be the person to take the belt off of Nia. I think because I think it makes sense from a storyline perspective. But what's also going to be curious is that who's coming back. Let's just say if a certain, second generation female wrestler comes back, how does she play into the situation? I think the women's division, and especially with Nia holding the belt, it's going to be interesting. And now, but more importantly, but we'll talk about when we talk about Raw, is like with Liv Morgan because we know who she's going to face, but like I always ask the question, and then what? So and what happens after that? So that's all I have for that. Back to you in the studio out here in the beautiful city of Riyadh. Back to you.
The beautiful city of Riyadh. And it's almost like this. We all had a drinking game at that point. How many times we're going to hear the beautiful city of Riyadh? And look, my thing is this. I love what you said about the women because, and by the way, this part is going to be brought to you by Then What, the country song. Because that every time I was thinking about people going about, well, this should happen, and I go, and then what? What you gonna do? Then what? So yeah. So sorry. Yeah, I'm not the biggest singer, but it happens. But
good job.
Hey, I tried my best. So I do it for the people.
Jacob,
But
I did it. No, I love you.
oh God, Jacob Fatu. God bless you, man. But yeah, when I looked at all this stuff and I saw it was recorded, it takes me out of the show because it's like it's not the same emotion, it's not the same feel, and that's how it felt. Monday Night Raw and also SmackDown. Now, Crown Jewel, I thought was fun. I thought they did a good job, especially with everybody. Let's go into it because the first match was the Bloodline versus Bloodline. Back and forth, back and forth. And by the way, congratulations, Tama. You were able to walk down the aisle and not crawl and going yeah like you did the last time. That was kind of wild. But man, Jacob, I'm gonna say it. When he comes out with Solo and with all these folks, there's just a difference of presentation with Jacob, and you see it. So I think Solo's good in there. By the way, I'm not trashing him by any sense of the imagination. My thing is this. The match kind of went the way I expected. I was shocked that Roman took the pin until I heard the report about people saying Solo might be a main eventer, and I'm going, well, this is the one way you do it. And, because I kind of like him embracing this role that he's been doing. But we all know that wasn't the main spot of this story. It was Sami Zayn coming out, his people going crazy. If you think Sammy's not over, just go to this country and you hear him. Sami Zayn gets that pop everywhere, by the way. It's not just in Riyadh. Everywhere he goes, it's a very natural pop for him. And the fans love him. So my thing is this, man. That match I loved. Loved the whole, they were all cornering Solo. But, this is the one part that just makes me laugh about wrestling. Sami, yes, hits Roman with the haluva kick. But let's be honest, folks. Roman was loading up to do a Superman punch. Are we to think that Roman was going to stop midair and not punch him? I mean, come on now. I mean, I'm just saying. I got to call it a buck. Roman, come on now. And then he does the Cody Rhodes sit. The only thing we were missing was a rubber chicken, and I'm very upset that no one threw a rubber chicken at him. So that's my view. What's y'all's takes? We'll start with Jerry.
That match,
Jera.
that match was pretty good. I like the aspect of Roman not getting in until near the end of the match. There's still that tension between Jay and Roman. And you could clearly see that.
Oh, they made that look good too, by the way.
Yeah, it was spot on, looked good.
It's almost like when Chris and Jerry have to talk to each other. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
brother Chris.
Like you said, the way Jacob handles himself, even coming out with them, he is like they're here and he's here as far as when they come out with each other. Honestly, if they put him on his own, he's going to be more over than they are.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that because they literally brought him in just for this. But if he gets put on his own, he's going to outdo them. He's going to outdraw Roman. He's going to outdraw Solo. It's done. And then, the finish, putting Solo over Roman, of all people. This is the second time he's pinned Roman. So if that doesn't tell you
I'm pretty sure it is, or at least this is the first time on TV he did.
I think it's second. But if that doesn't tell you that they're putting faith in him to get him ready to be that main event star, away from Roman, away from his family, his brothers, then I don't know what to tell you because you're either blind or you're living under a rock. And Now, get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think Solo could cut it at first. I didn't think he could cut it when they put him by himself away from Roman. I thought he was going to flop like a fucking fish out of water. But he's proved me wrong. And I'm glad. And then the setup after the match, that shieldish aura, essentially. Them all cornering Solo, 4-on-1. And then the big swerve. Sammy kicks Roman in the face. So, I think it was a perfect way to keep that build up to them leading up to War Games, if that's where they end up, and still keep the heat between Sammy and the Usos and Roman.
Agreed. Go ahead, LaDaruis.
And we'll be right back after your local TV station. Now,
And now, LaDaruis takes.
And now your featured presentation.
In the circle of life. No. And it move. Yeah. Okay, Tonga. I think I take it.
Wait.
How you get listen, sponsorship matters, and putting the first 50 of this feature presentation, a lot of money.
Oh,
yeah, I saw that.
All right. Hold on. Look,
yeah, I
Berto. Yeah, hold on.
Not Uncle Michael.
Hold on. Berto, I'm gonna send you the link to come on in here because you missed a grandfather, and we might be small timers, but we need you in here if we're gonna talk about that. I didn't see that.
I don't know about it.
No, I saw it. I read what the reported reason was, or reason why. Because apparently it was, I think Michael Hayes was supposed to be for personal time. I think Bruce Pritchard was something similar along those lines, but they're both.
Well, Michael's getting up there in age.
Yeah. So it's. I saw like on Instagram where I saw, and I think that I knew one of them was like personally, and I think Bruce Pritchard was kind of similar to along those same lines. But I knew for sure the reason given where Michael Hayes was personal time.
I wish I could.
All right. Yeah. Damn. I mean, that you don't swipe the whole show, and you just.
Well, I thought you guys knew. I thought you guys knew.
No. Look, I only had a few things on the docket to talk about, and one of them being was not going to go about. We were going to talk about NXT and everything. But yeah, I did not know about this. So apparently Michael Hayes, also Bruce Pritchard, on temporary leave from WWE. We will talk about it. Hey, April Ron, how you doing? What's up?
Hey.
Yeah. And by the way, I wish I would have saved at least a clip. Nothing's better than asking Ron what he thought of the trade deadline than Ron starting it off and going, Terry, you dumb ball son of a bitch. And me and LaDaruis laughed because the other guy on our show, his name is Terry, and he's bald.
We're like, oh no.
What did I do?
Like, where that he came from?
Terry got an accidental stray by Ron. and Ron told me later on today, he's like, I felt like Booker T when I said Hulk Hogan is coming for you.
Yeah.
He's like, and I couldn't get it back.
We coming for the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. And it's like, oh man. I still watch that every now and then. I just go.
Yeah, you could see it in his face when that happened.
Yeah.
The greatest person
getting fired.
The greatest person in that whole promo was Sherry.
Yeah. Sherry stayed.
Sherry was great.
Yeah. Everybody else, Sherry was like,
just keep patting him on the arm.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
it's okay.
It's okay. Don't worry, Book. You're a two-time W. You're fine. You did
five time.
You're a two-time W Hall of Famer and a five-time champ. Listen,
and Ron, when you come on the show, it is shucky quack time. We know, brother.
Yeah. If you can do the whoop that trick, then that'd be better. That'd be even better.
That is one of my favorite entrances.
Oh, you know what? You know what I want to see tonight? I want to see that mixed with the Dudley Boys theme. If we don't get whoop that, if we get something like that,
yeah, like we get whooped the trick.
I'm
All right,
just
hold on.
ready to see Javon's gear.
All right, hold on. All right, they will need to connect. Come on. I'm seeing Berto popping in and out. So once Berto gets in here, we're gonna throw him up here.
I just want to see that gear for Javon.
I did.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I was cut. Oh, okay.
All right, LaDaruis, go ahead and speak about what you thought of the Bloodline match, and then we'll see where we pop up on after that.
Thanks, CDouble, for the confidence. I appreciate that. Thank you,
bro. This was breaking news, man. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's not the. Yeah, I've been cut. Yeah, I've been cut. Like, oh, look, breaking news. There's a mouse on the thing, and I get cut over that.
Hey. At least it was Michael Hayes and Bruce Pritchard that we went, wait, what?
Well, I knew. I just didn't know whether to talk about it. But anywho, I don't know what to bring to this show.
Bro.
I don't know.
You know what, LaDaruis? If you knew, all I say is this. You share, because I want to know your input. Hold on. Let me do my Terry impersonation. Terry, or LaDaruis, you matter to me. I need you. 8:30, 8 o'clock, 7 in the morning. We got to have you here, man.
Was that Vito Corleone or was that you? I got lost.
I don't know. I really was trying to channel my inner Terry, but I'm not bald and I'm not a son of a.
Hi, I'm Terry, and my hair is missing. Back to you. That's my Terry impression. And
I gotta do Terry like that. Why you gotta do Terry like that?
Listen, Ron super kicked him. That to me, that was like a straight punch. That
was Ron like stabbed him in the heart, man. Ron
that was a super kick into a Uranagi, into a Canadian. No, a Canadian.
Hold on. What Ron did was an equivalent of a super indie match. No selling. Everyone's trying to charge up.
And a shit ton of high spots.
And a bunch of geeks trying to do super kicks.
Hey.
Not Jerry included, though.
Jerry said, whoa.
Jerry's like, I resemble that comment.
Yeah, I do. It's the only move I'm good at anymore.
Jerry said, I ain't as good as I once was.
I'm not.
But I can super.
I can still super kick the way I can. And then you hear his woman, don't you dare get hurt again.
Oh, she's going to be freaking out in December.
Oh, yeah, because you're in a War Games match.
I haven't told her, though. I'm taking a gusset plate.
You're going to take what?
Me and Hoss are taking gusset plates to each other.
I don't even know what gusset plates are.
They're the little metal things that hold roof joists together.
Bro. She gonna kick your ass. You know that, right?
I told her I wouldn't do the handsaw again.
Yeah, so I'll be looking for the local newspaper to see it.
Yeah, me too.
See if I bleed to death.
Jerry, no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm doing a mousetrap door and a gusset plate. Hoss is doing a gusset plate and a barbed wire door.
All right, damn it. I'm gonna send Ron in here so he can look at you. Are you okay?
I'll just show him the picture.
Yeah, when you showed him, he came. He was like, "What is this?"
Remember, I'm crazy.
If you ever
I do stupid shit, and nearly bleed to death.
Crazy, like Jerry Crazy, like the lone wolf crazy.
And then LaDaruis, when you're ready, go ahead and tell us your take about this.
Yeah, you listen. That breaking news threw us all off, and so now, because Bruce Pritchard, I don't appreciate Bruce Pritchard upstaging me at all. I don't appreciate that whatsoever.
Yeah, fuck Bruce Pritchard, but we still want to talk about it. So
I love you, Michael.
Berto, join it. Yeah. All right, go ahead, LaDaruis.
No, my whole thing is this. I'm like Jerry's. Like, listen. I'll admit, I wasn't big on Solo being solo in terms of like being by himself, because my concern was that we never really heard him speak.
Yeah.
So, and all of a sudden he's thrusted into this position of leadership, and he's never said no more than 10 words in the time he was in the OG bloodline. So my thing was, how do you convince me that he's a leader? And I'm like, and listen, he pinned Roman Reigns. Not a lot of dudes have pinned Roman Reigns over the last couple of years.
Nope.
So that gives you the credibility. So if they do give him that push, I just want to see what happens. Because listen, he's more, I'm not saying he's undeserving of it, but when I look at a guy like Jacob Fatu, like that guy looks like next. That guy, like I say, he could be the tag team champion all by himself. He doesn't need a partner. He gives off the vibe and the aura in that group where you'll know whether he's there or not, based on his presence is felt there or not. But as far as the match goes, the way they played off, a lot of things came into play. We saw the tension between Roman and Jay, and you saw just Roman pacing the apron, just pacing, with hand on the rope, just pacing, look, and then getting, like Jerry said, getting in it toward the end of the match was good. Because now we got just which is fine.
All right, hold on. Okay, yeah, go ahead, keep going.
No. If Berto's here, and Ron, so I'll stop talking. Go ahead.
No, don't you start that. Finish your point, brother.
I didn't start anything
in this space, Mr. LaDaruis.
Listen to the Godfather. Listen to the Godfather.
Wait,
this man brought us all together. We will respect Berto by
the Godfather.
Can I be solo? Can I get a solo
No, I just gave you your name. You are the Godfather. Jerry,
you are the man, Jerry. You went above and beyond with the hand emoji, my friend. I bestow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put myself on mute. I don't know what's going on. I'm putting myself on mute.
Fellas, what's going on, man? I hope everybody's doing good, man.
Not so much. You just derailed our whole show. No,
you hijacked it.
So Adam Schefter, I mean, Berto.
God. Yes, sir.
What? You brought this up to us, and LaDaruis knew, but we all didn't. So what? So tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, no, I'm coming across it too. I just find it like, oh man, shocking that Pritchard and Haynes will, just take a leave like that. That's something that obviously was a big no-no in the McMahon era. I mean, is this Triple H's way of rewarding these guys for working so hard behind the scenes? I mean, I would love to know more detail, and if LaDaruis, you know a little bit more into it, I would love to hear your take on it. Because to me, when I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, what the hell is going on?" I mean, is Hunter really rewriting the way things are done backstage with the personnel that he has? So I'm curious to know what you know, LaDaruis.
Yeah, me too, LaDaruis.
LaDaruis, you're on mute.
On mute. Oh,
it's
God.
a joke. I knew I was on mute.
All right.
You know what? Why do I even show up? Why the hell do I even show up?
You are a vital key to this show.
You
absolutely,
listen, pal. Listen. We're not
pal.
Listen here, pal.
I will say that Miranda didn't say anything, so I'm kind of wondering what it is too.
Listen here, pal. Like we're in HR. You are
Miranda's like his niece, like
Miranda
Gordy.
Oh yeah, okay. See, we got more people knowing stuff. All right, but go ahead, LaDaruis. I want to hear you.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel. I don't know if that's true or not. See, I'm not gonna lie. The actions presented says other than the words. But anyway, anywho, no. When I ran across it, it was interesting because they said it was reportedly because they said with Michael Hayes it was for personal reasons, and I heard similarly for Bruce Pritchard it was kind of somewhat the same thing, which I found interesting because of the fact that, and like Berto said, like in the Vince McMahon era of things, you weren't taking breaks. Like there was no like you stayed. It's a 365 thing, not a 345 thing. No, it's a 365 thing. It just goes, and then it shows me two things. It shows me one, that Triple H and he's done it not only with them, but you see certain wrestlers just take time off.
Yeah.
Just because like Becky Lynch is the classic example. Charlotte Flair, even though injury, but there was a time where she took time off just for personal use. And so you're seeing this different vibe around the company that it feels that they care about the wrestlers. Vince, it was about the product, which is fine, but Vince forgot that these were human beings. And I think he forgot, like, they're out there performing for us, they're working for you, and they're human. They break down, they get hurt. And then the minute they get hurt, they're written off of television. And then you get the next person up there, takes their spot. So then when they come back healthy, they're kind of starting kind of like near the mid or the bottom. And we're fans like, well, why didn't? Well, that was under Vince. Under Triple H, we've seen when people came back, gave them great returns. And that was seen behind the scenes with Michael P.S.A. and Bruce Pritchard. Listen, I have opinions on Bruce Pritchard, especially watching the documentary. I have opinions. And even more so about, Michael. I really don't know how to feel about Michael P.S.A. I like the way the man dresses. Listen, the
dresses like a fucking pimp.
Right.
Listen,
right.
I don't know what the budget is, but let's put more money into the budget. Like,
That's awesome.
If that's a defense budget, then listen, I'll pay higher taxes for that. I don't have no problem.
Yeah, you touched on something pretty unique. Like you mentioned, just give these wrestlers time away from the spotlight, backstage performance and stuff like that. And sure, these writers and producers under Vince, man, it was a constant burnout. Like you mentioned, it's 365. This allows, I don't know if this is even right to say, but just for Haynes and Bruce Pritchard to reinvigorate themselves in storylines and make things more, more enticing, more fun. This is the Triple H era, so to say. So we already noticed the edginess in the product as it is now. Could those guys, with time off, start thinking of better storylines? I don't know, maybe tap into that Attitude Era and kind of revive something as we're going into this Netflix era. Also in WWE, more of that spicy content will be wanted by the fans. It's literally all gloves off when you go into the Netflix zone. So yeah, who knows? I mean, but you touched on that. That's what just sparks me to think. Like, yeah, this could be an important thing that Triple H needs from his people. They need him ready for this Netflix era, ready to go. Okay, oh, by the way, while you're taking time off, bring us some new ideas. Let's see what we can get more out of these wrestlers and these storylines week in and week out. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, man.
Oh, I'm sure that Hayes is gonna be doing that because I know that he is. I don't know about Bruce, but I'm sure Hayes.
Bruce is going to be miserable. He has to look at his wife. He's going to, he can't be around Vince, and now he can't be around the back being miserable. Shoot, he'll be miserable.
Because Michael lives and breathes. Michael lives and breathes wrestling, so I guarantee you, he's at home brainstorming something.
He's at home. He's in his Vince McMahon outfit.
Bruce Pritchard has his Vince McMahon mannequin he's holding down. I love you, Vince. I miss you, Vince.
He's got the Vince McMahon doll from the fucking Firefly Funhouse just rocking it.
Yeah.
You're pal.
That's good shit, pal.
Hey, Bruce, I love you.
Thank you, Hunter. I always wanted to hear those words. All right, Ron.
Oh, man.
Folks, we got Ron in the house. Now, Ron, there's no one's bald, and no one's name is Terry. So feel free to tell us what you thought about the Bloodline, or this thing that we just heard about.
Oh, you can just say it again. Just say it again. Say it again.
That was so funny.
Say it again.
Look, you can talk about me being stupid again. There you go.
No.
Ron,
when we tell you what he's about to do next time.
Yeah, December it's going to look a lot worse than this.
The question is how, but we'll find out.
But who's going to help Roman Reigns and the old Roman Reigns now? They need They need somebody else to help them. When that person going to come?
I mean, we got Sammy Uso, baby. He's about to show up, baby.
Really?
Unfortunately, the way it's playing out, I think it's going to be Sammy.
Because they keep on saying they cousin supposed to be coming, but he had not made his day yet.
Well, Tama's other brother is signed too, and he's still in Japan.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of Tongans and Usos and all them other folks.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say this. So Berto, because
Yes.
you haven't commented about that either, about the bloodline on bloodline match too.
Yeah.
But what was your thoughts also on that match? By the way, I wanted to get that before I went on my take with everything else that we just talked about.
Yeah, you kind of broke up at a little bit there, but I'll talk on the Sammy situation. Wouldn't it be a swerve if Sammy doesn't join Roman and just joins Solo? Does it make sense? Probably not. But for story intrigue, maybe, because all that Sammy has in his mind is Roman bullying him, Roman, just really kind of finding ways to oust him through Jay and stuff like that, and then ultimately, he's accepted. But how much of that has carried on the mental of Sammy? I would even say it would add more intrigue to have Sammy join Solo, and this would be a fresh way to introduce other members to the bloodline. You got Jay and Jimmy, Roman, maybe Zilla can come in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I don't know. Hikuleo, I know he's making his rounds. He's supposed to be debuting in NXT.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
soon.
Yeah, he's signed already.
Yeah. So do they bring in, this a fresher new look bloodline to assist Roman? I don't know. You can go a number of ways. As far as what it is right now, I mean, I'm captivated. I like it. I like what I see. I just feel like it's missing something. I don't think that WWE can ever top the height of what the original bloodline was. I know they're trying hard to right now, but it's going to take some creative thinking in order to like reinsert certain excitement factors into it. I don't know. Maybe that Sammy one could provide some spunk or some spike in whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, it did sound Alberto. To
I mean, I got a guy at work telling me I need to join it, but
I mean, me and Jerry, we tend to come up with some good stuff. But here's something that I'm going to bring up. First of all, Michael Hayes, if that man hasn't taken a vacation, he needs to take some time off, and I need him to buy some really outlandish suits. I need his suit game to go all the way to like Easter Christmas suit style.
Better dresser, Seth Rollins or Michael Hayes.
me.
Go.
I want Seth Rollins to be jealous of
Michael P.S. motherfucking Hayes.
Yeah, he is the pimp of the year. That's what
Gotcha.
Michael P.S. Hayes is.
Love it.
Yeah, and he'll wear the Aquata shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, but also, so with Bruce, I think a lot of us can all say the following: we don't give a damn about Bruce. I hope his family's okay. I hope his wife's okay. And maybe, and I like what you said. Hunter is about giving guys days off and wanting them to rest and recharge, and maybe also moving him out of the way so Road Dogg can sit in. And also, the greatest wrestler ever next to CM Punk, apparently, him and his crazy things. But, he brought up about him and Brett again. But I think CM Punk is also going to be part of that creative team too when he gets back. Because I tell you what, man, when he's, I'm when you see the videos of Sean Hunter with Punk, it's pretty cool to see them goofing around and being themselves.
Considering.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We never thought that would happen. So I think CM Punk being a part of the creative team is going to be something really interesting to see in a total. All right, give me a second. So that, and like I said, so I hope that, if those guys are taking a leave of absence, number one, I hope everything's good health-wise. Number two, if they're recharging, down with that. Number three, if you're trying to get rid of Bruce, just do it. Cut the cord. It's fine. You got other guys up that. When is isn't Jeremy Borash part of that creative team too with Hunter? Because I remember hearing he's pretty much what Bruce was to Vince. So, and I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of it. I actually think it's awesome because Jeremy Borash is a great young mind. I say young, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks. The next match, I love the Bloodline match, but I got to go here. I want to thank the beautiful city of Riyadh because
God damn it.
your strict ruling of women not showing skin, I mean, some people would find that offensive. Some people would find that wrong. I want to say thank you because you give us Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, uh, what's her first name? Miss Jackson? I don't want to. Jakara? Uh,
Yeah, Jakar.
you're, Jakara, okay. And Lash Legend, Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven. You gave
Matt
us all these
Cardona's
women.
hot ass wife, Chelsea Green. If you're gonna do it
Dang
right.
it, I swear. Well, I was going to let you do it up there. All right. But anyway, but you let them all show out in hot or tight spandex. Thank you, beautiful city of Riyadh. From the C double heart and the cockles of his soul.
Not the cackles of your soul. Jeez, that's deep.
The cockles of my heart. Go ahead, Jerry. What did you think of the match?
Surprisingly, it wasn't a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Other than that, the only thing I had a problem with was Piper getting up on the second rope after she did the splash to Chelsea to take the power bomb. That's the one thing I had a problem with that match. That is the only negative thing I have to say about that match.
All right. What about you, LaDaruis?
What about you, Ron? Oh no, we're just passing it around. Sorry. I thought we were just passing it around. All right. No, for given the match, like, listen, like these are 4 good tag teams. Like, and even more so, and this is important, they're natural tag teams, because sometimes when you see tag teams just thrown together, you can always tell chemistry matters in a tag team. I know it sounds obvious, but chemistry really matters. And outside of, like, even with the Piper and the Chelsea spot, it's like, it was like, to me, I looked at it more as entertainment, because I'm like, of course Piper knew that Chelsea was under there, and that's what made it more hilarious. Well, maybe not for Chelsea's chest, but not taking that spot, but to me, to me, it was interesting letting them retain, which was interesting, because by having them retain the titles, now the question becomes, what's next? Because to me, they've beaten pretty much every tag team in that match, more or less, in some capacity, whether in a singles or a tag team format. So I'm just curious to see what happens to them as a tag team, in terms of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Because listen, the women's tag team division has to get better, and like I said, it's going to get better. And I think seeing the 4, listen, think about this, with Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, like, to be on that stage that early on the call up to the roster, they didn't have to really be in this match, but they were. So it goes to show you that there was a trust level. We could put you in the ring with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green.
Well, not even that. They trust them enough to take them to a whole nother country.
Thank you, Jerry. Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. And with that, I am done. I'm done.
Are you? Because you can keep talking.
No, I'm done. No, Jerry put the cherry on this Sunday. So we're
Ron, what would you like to say? Okay. I understand. Those women matches can get men in trouble. I got you. So I see you.
He gets a pass and I don't. Great.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, his wife does have a glass face, and she will chunk it at him. So I don't want him to get hurt.
Mine has horseshoes every fucking where.
Well, yours needs to beat you sometimes. I mean, hello, Mr. I'm Mr. Hardcore.
I'm going on mute again, so you guys have it. I'm going on mute. I'm on break. I'm on break.
Stay with us. You're not on break yet. We haven't even got to the show.
I like the tag teams. I just think they need to add more females to the tag team groups and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. All right, let me tell you. This is what I think. I thought the match itself was good. I like the build of it. And by the way, Lash and Shakar have nothing to be ashamed of because, like Gary said, and LaDaruis, and even you said, Ron,
Mm-hmm.
you brought them over from a different, to this country. They did not blink. There was a couple of spots, but you know what? You could say that about everybody. That's a huge area. That's a huge place. My only thought is, yeah, they retained what's next now. And I'm going to tell you, I think we're looking. I think we're going to see Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez winning the women's tag titles.
See,
And maybe we're going to start spurring on the Jade and Bianca potential breakup, which I have no problem with. But go ahead, Ron.
see, I don't see that because to me, they don't really get along. It's like, I own you. Do this, do that, do this, do that. I own you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I get from that relationship.
Yeah. Well, here's the
this, but I still own you. I just tell you what to do and stuff like that. That's what I get from that relationship.
Hold on. Let me help you here. But see, this is something, and LaDaruis, I hope you do unmute yourself because I know you'll agree with what I'm about to say too. But this is something WWE or AEW might want to pay attention to. A champion who's smaller stature needs a big to hook her up, help her out. No problem. You don't try to get rid of her within the month.
What?
Where Liv and her have history. They've been a tag team. They have had matches against each other. So they already know what each other could do to each other. So Liv and Raquel actually have a legit thing to say, we've done this. And that's what they did on Monday, but we'll talk more about it. But I say I could see them doing it because how Liv was starting to sow the seeds of dissension. And we are getting close to WrestleMania. You're going to have to start spinning the wheel of some of these storylines. So like I said, it can happen. That's all. So, all right. Next match, Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins. So Bronson gets hit with, I don't know how many stomps to a point that I thought we were just repeat the finisher button, and then he still stands up. So now, ladies and gentlemen, Bronson Reed is your new Undertaker. We'll talk about it, but Seth wins the match. Do you guys have a problem with Seth winning? And what was your thoughts on the match? We'll go to Jerry.
So I do and I don't have a problem with Seth winning.
Mm-hmm.
I do because he didn't need to win that match.
Mm-hmm.
They could have used that to catapult Braun even higher.
Yep.
I mean, it's just like Jay taking the belt off of Braun. That didn't serve no purpose.
Yeah.
Now, I agree. I get the whole multiple stomp type deal with Braun.
Yeah.
With Braun's gimmick. He's a monster. He's a big guy. It's going to take more than one stomp to put him out. All this bullshit. But they also at least kind of made him look strong with him throwing Seth over the fucking thing into the chair and all this other bullshit. If I had to say a rating as far as that match, I'd probably say like an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, again, the finish didn't really serve no purpose. But that's just me. I mean,
no, I got you. All right, LaDaruis.
I was enjoying delicious pizza. Sorry. I thought.
What type of pizza?
Don't worry about it.
as long as it don't have pineapple on it.
Yeah, we don't do that around here.
No. Okay. Meat pizza.
Now,
It's got the seal of approval.
He got the sauce.
I am bulletproof. No. To me, I'm not going to say I was upset.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: we've seen Seth over the last couple of years. Listen, I go back to him and when Cody Rhodes showed up. Seth ate 3 losses in a feud with Cody Rhodes, and his career did not suffer in any capacity. Seth is one of those guys who can take a loss and be absolutely fine. And I won't look at it and say how people love to say, "Oh, he's buried." No. At no point when Seth was losing to Cody did I say he's getting buried. To me, I saw it as they trust Seth against Cody. You want the best, essentially, to be the best. And so that part I completely understood. Now, for the match itself, listen, they built Bronson Reed as advertised, as a beast.
Yeah.
Taking stomp after stomp after stomp, throwing through the chair, everybody getting a piece of the act. And to me, the only reason why, my whole concept is if Seth winning is that there's, that Bronson's gonna, if this stretches out to, I assume they're gonna fight again. I'm almost certain of that.
Yeah.
That Bronson win the next one, because Seth taking the win here, it's not like it's not shifting the earth in any capacity, because I'm not upset. I love Seth, so I'm not upset about the concept, but it's just the way they're building Bronson, the way Hunter is building Bronson, like he's building him to be like that next guy up to kind of be a champion. I'm not, am I saying on like Braun Breaker level? We could have that conversation, but my whole thing is that it was a great match. You felt the feud. You saw the feud play out in the ring. So all in all, it wasn't upsetting that Seth won, but I'm like, Bronson could win, and that win for Bronson Reed winning that match would have done not say the same level as what Solo pinning Roman did. Where if we're talking about pinning a guy who's Seth is a Grand Slam champion, and you pin a guy like that on a PLE, like would it make a difference on a Raw? Maybe not, but the fact that you're pinning him and he's on a PLE, and like we talked about with Solo Sikoa, like him pinning Roman Reigns mattered because to your point, to what you reported about pushing him to be a main event guy. If that's what Hunter kind of sees in Bronson, let Seth take the L because it's not going to damage his career. I'm like, because here's the thing. Here's how I know it didn't damage his career. Because when he took those 3 L's against Cody, who was the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion? It was Seth Rollins. They trusted Seth to be the inaugural champion in the same capacity they trusted him to take those losses to Cody. So I love Seth, but I felt that win would have been more beneficial to Bronson in the long term. Because if Bronson beats Seth on a Raw, okay, cool, but I feel like the boat would have been missed when you could have had him pinned at your PLE in the same way with Solo. I'm not saying one and the same, but what I'm saying is it would have had equal kind of impact toward the trajectory of their careers.
Yep. I got you. And I think my thing is this. I think Bronson should have won, but I'm not totally upset because I'm hoping I'll give Hunter the chance because Hunter has been really working with all these guys where if it was Vince, we're yelling and screaming up the river.
Yeah.
So I just think, especially with how they followed it up on Monday Night Raw, I thought was really cool. So we got all right. So look, take what you think about the Saudi or the Riyadh champion versus champions matchups. these matches weren't that bad, I thought. But what did you think of the women's, and what did you think about the men's? We'll go ahead and just kind of group them together. So we'll start with Jerry. Unless Jerry, can you talk? If not, all right. So Jerry's gonna chat. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it. What are your thoughts on both the women and the men's championship match thing?
Again, I still think that was pointless.
No, I agree.
Other than that, though, the match themselves were good.
Mm-hmm.
Which I knew Gunther and Cody was going to be good.
Oh, yes.
It's Gunther and Cody.
Mm-hmm.
What? Gunther?
Gunther!
Liv and Nia was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of squashy. I did like them adding in Tiffany and Raquel into the match, kind of, But like I said, the whole thing was stupid. You got a belt that you can't even take home.
Yeah.
You got substitute a fucking ring that's bigger than Liv's fucking finger. That looks like a fucking knockoff Super Bowl ring. And then the awkward fucking picture photo op. So
how close did we stand? Not too close.
Not too close, apparently.
Everyone around Cody. Oh, Liv too. Okay, anyway, around Cody.
Liv, stand right here. But I'm away from him. Just stand right there. Just stand right there. Let's take a photo picture of the match.
All right, LaDaruis. Go for
Liv,
it.
congrats on winning. Let's get Hunter some water. Great. Now, from the beautiful city of Riyadh, water bottles. Now, to me,
in the beautiful cases.
Is this really gold encrusted? Yeah, we used the same guy who designed that belt designed this. So you're saying it's a fraudulent belt, is what you're saying? You're saying this is a knockoff. Okay, but
look at the ring you get.
Yeah, and see, listen, like Jerry said, listen, I've said this on this show. The last 2 weeks? Look,
yeah,
I did not need a build between Cody and Gunther. You put that match on a marquee, you put it on the card, it sells itself.
Yeah,
and even down to Liv and Nia, you don't have to sell me. And listen, and like I always say, just because you understand something doesn't mean you have to agree with it. So I understand why you got to have this match, but it doesn't mean I agree with them having the match because you having a belt. Cool. Can we take it home? No. But we'll
show it off?
We'll give you this. We'll give you this Super Bowl ring, like you were like the third stringer, on like, hey, you have a ring? Yeah, I played kicker, or yeah, I was the long snapper. Like that was a Super Bowl ring. But as for the matches themselves, look, like I said earlier about the women's division, look, them throwing in Tiffany Stratton and bringing listen, you're checking boxes. You're mixing in multiple storylines in one match, and Hunter has done a great job of doing that. So, so kudos to him on that, because, like I say, that the tension between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax is legit. You sell me on that, and then more important with Raquel, and like you said, like AEW could take some notes on Raquel and Liv Morgan, like, because listen, I'm not saying Raquel is Camille, nor am I saying Liv Morgan is Mercedes Moné, but what I'm simply projecting is this. Did you even have you seen Camille in a ring? And you're telling me that's how you book her? That's someone
she can wait. She can work because you can't tell.
Exactly. It's like does Tony Khan know when he signed that she was the NWA Women's Champion for 2.5 years? Like did he? Like, listen, if he's running this like he run his football team, AEW is screwed. Okay. Because here's the thing. Listen, But that's I want to go on the AEW tangent there. But the point is,
Oh, we'll go there. Don't worry, but not now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll say that for later. But the point is, what you have between Raquel and Liv is legit because they were tag team champions.
Yeah,
and that's why Raquel was the perfect fit because she even was able to fit with Rhea before she got hurt. So because she had history with Raquel, like, listen, was the debut great? No, it was terrible.
No.
Oh, look at the kitty.
Oh, look at Jerry playing. Jerry playing with the kitty on front of the camera.
This is one of 3 of the little shitheads.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
yeah. He talked. So you talking about my cat? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we're not gonna go into that either. I didn't forget. I didn't forget, Jerry. I didn't forget.
Man,
you talk about my cat. We got a problem. Who's Jerry's mystery opponent? Hear my music.
Whoa.
But anyway, but to put a button like on the men's match. Listen, the ending was classic. It was a throwback ending. I loved it. It was very good. It's just, to me, it was great given what they had to work with. And at the end of the day, like I say, the only thing I didn't like was I didn't need a build. I didn't need a build to neither, but good stuff. Yeah.
I think both of them were good for what they were. I think it was funny when you saw these cases that you put the belts in. I thought that was a lot.
You mean the rifle cases?
Yeah,
From
no. They put them in a glass ink.
Oh, you're talking about that case. Oh,
and then handed the rings to. And what was funny?
About the display case, yeah.
They put the ring on Cody, but on Liv they just gave her the ring to put it on herself. And I'm just like,
and Cody's barely fucking fit.
Yeah.
Like, this is a time show. We can't. Hey, Liv, can you just throw your ring on? Oh, okay.
I mean, Liv, it about took her freaking both her hands, but I mean, I'm like,
Were the fingers measured? The answer was no. The answer was
no. Also, honorable recognitions: the U.S. Triple Threat match. It was a good match in my eyes. It's just one of those. Yeah, you kind of left you feeling. Randy and KO, they're doing something. And that's why we decided to do no finish. Yeah. I'm not upset. Any comments to those matches, Jerry or LaDaruis?
Nope.
LaDaruis?
I will yield the rest of my time back to CDouble and back to you in the studio.
All right. Well, I hear you. All right. Let's go into Monday Night Raw then. Liv opened it up, and I got to talk about this second because I was going to try just to go, okay, here's what happened. What do y'all want to talk about? But let's talk about the women thing because, for some people they want to say the women's, like, they're not booked properly, they're not good. I think they are. I think this is not a death sentence for what was it? Since Rhea's not there right now. Mm-hmm. I like that they did a women's battle royal. And I loved including Bianca and Jade because I didn't look at it as burying Liv. I think they're letting Liv run with the ball. Mm-hmm. And, I think Liv was going to lose the title like within a couple of months. But now that they let her have this moment, I say you keep going. Let's see what she does. She's going to have a good match with Io when that happens. Surprise, Io wins the Battle Royal. But I think the Battle Royal itself, when you see this matchup, and I hope y'all get to watch it, but Bianca, Jade, they are trying to sow some seeds of dissension. And I got to go here. I love Bianca. Jade, she's good. We've all defended Jade, so it's not like we have an issue. My only issue is this: when they do it just looks cringe. It really does. No matter what, they just come off as cringe looking. So that's just my point. But Bianca slapped the taste out of Liv's mouth, and we were going to have this battle royal. The women's tag team was in it. What did y'all think about the battle royal and the winner? Let's say Jerry.
Ow, you little shit.
Okay, I didn't mean to do it, man. I was just
Jeez,
No, the
hitting my
cat.
phone.
Jeez.
God,
Jeez, pal.
Jesus.
By God.
I was confused with that battle royal at first until I realized what they were doing.
Yeah.
Because most of the people in it looked like a bunch of tag teams is what it looked like.
Yeah, I thought that too.
I like that they teased Bianca and Jade, which makes me think they're getting ready to split them up. As far as EO winning, okay. I mean, literally that.
All right, LaDaruis. All right.
And that's Jerry's opinion. Sponsored by Coors Light. 100%. 100%, whatever the hell water he's talking about. And
Rocky Mountain water.
we're not, listen, I'll take spring water, pal. I'll take spring.
All right.
But anyway.
So what did you think about that?
No, here's the thing. It looked like a bunch of tag teams. Like, I was like, which is fine. But to me, there is tension between Bianca and Jade. But the question becomes, and to me, I say this. Just make them a heel team already. Just do it already. If you're not going to split them up, fine. I'm not going to question Hunter because Hunter's been cooking. I'm not going to question him. But if you're going to have them together and we just make them a heel and listen, because I think I said this on last week's show. Listen, they've both been heels in there. So it's not a stretch for them to be a heel team because people tend to forget Bianca was a heel in NXT where she wore the black gear. She wore like the black and she had the hearts on the trunk. So she was a heel. Jade was a heel at AEW. In fact, she was the company. I could argue maybe the company's top heel. I can make a case for.
Cut the shit, Tony.
So if you listen to Tony Schiavone, we love you. But Tony Khan doesn't, but we love you.
No, we don't.
See, that's like a Jerry on mute. See, that's why run the ball when you can just throw it with Jerry. That's or the other way around. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not a coach. I don't have my headphones. I'm not playing Madden right now. But the point is, but the thing is, if you're gonna do that, just make them a heel team, and you create that tension because Liv wasn't wrong in what she was saying. Because I could argue Liv and Raquel feels more like a team where you don't sense any tension, but you definitely know there's something there between Bianca and Jade. You felt it. It just Liv called out on it. Now, as for EO winning, I'm fine with EO winning because I'm not gonna say EO is safe, but EO has shown she can put on a great match with just about anybody in that division. So I'm not upset at EO winning. You know, I would have been a little shocked if Lyra would have somehow won. Like, oh, okay, all right.
I think we all would have.
Like, wait, what?
I wouldn't have been mad.
So I've been like, I'd have been like, okay. But the fact that EO won, listen, I trust. I know EO and Liv are going to be. It's going to be a great match. Like I said, EO can work with absolutely anybody. She's one of those superstars. She can work with anybody in that women's division. Listen, why not? So. Back to you.
All right. On that one, I just thought I'm happy for Io. I thought, she's been having a lot of good matches, especially with the tag team. Mm-hmm. And if it's going to give Liv a good match, it will be her. So that's my thought on it. I love the whole tension between the women's tag team and Raquel and Liv. It just makes them feel a little more special.
I wanted to add one more thing. Go ahead. To do my Columbo, just one more thing.
Yeah.
Now you saw how Raquel and Liv eliminated Bianca and Jade.
Yeah.
Now, quick question. I'm no big city lawyer.
Yeah.
Why was Raquel the first one to run away? Ain't she supposed to be protecting Liv? Look. I think you got to remember. I'm sitting there going, listen, Raquel's supposed to protect Liv, and she left Liv out there like you leave somebody wide open, and you see a bunch of people running at you like it's like a football. Like, listen, you're the running back, and the offensive line just took a play off. And
Yeah.
that's essentially
Oh,
what
look,
happened.
nobody's blocking.
Great.
Yeah.
We'll just go. And I'm like, was I the only one that saw that? Because I'm like, something didn't feel right. I'm like, I get the chasing away, but I'm like, why were you the first to run, Raquel? Let Liv run, and then you're after her. Then every box is checked. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna go here. This is Raquel. She did botch her, return. So let's also remember she probably forgot the cue that Liv was supposed to run first. But also let's remember one more thing about Raquel. She probably was just like, she knows the old saying: if you mess with a black woman's hair, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Look,
listen.
Instincts take over. You got to save every woman for themselves. I'm sorry.
Listen,
she pulled on that woman's hair. You saw how she was going.
Listen, my mom would never go. We used to have 4th of July at the beach. She never went in the water. Like, she never went too deep in the water. It's like, all right, man, messing my hair. And I'm like, and one day it got wet, and it was a rough day that day. Not gonna lie. I went back. I went like, oh wait, there's food at the under the pavilion. So that's why I went back and ate. That's how I coped. I'm like, that's your mom. Listen, she's gonna be fine. She's not angry at me. She's angry at all of y'all. I told y'all not to do it. I'm her kid. I would know. I lived in the house with her. No, you must want to do it. So just for that, I'm eating all the tater salad and the salad. So jokes on you. Jokes. I pop a check soda up, and you guys will be all right. You guys are fine.
So I think that's why. I think Raquel knew the rule. It's like a Spanish mom. You mess with something, kind of like if you mess with a black woman's hair, you know what you're going to get. So, all right. So Kofi and Zay get into it a little bit. Not a little bit. They were getting into it. I thought that was cool. All right. Damn, I didn't want to talk about this, but oh well.
Dude.
The Wyatts and Miz. Look, I like the Wyatts. I like the Wyatts. What are we doing? We don't want the Final Testament. We want you. So it took all 5 of you to abduct the Miz.
Yep, it's a team effort.
The Scooby-Doo gang don't need to figure this one out. Listen, all right,
teamwork makes the dream work, C-Dub. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Thank you, but oh my God, I was so aggravated, and I'm hearing people say, "I like what they're doing. I like how they're, the Wyatts aren't being overly used." I'm going, they just used 5 guys to kidnap the Miz. Really?
Listen, if it's any compensation, the Miz looked fine. A little bag under the eye.
Oh yeah, I don't mind. I don't care about the Miz. I'm just going. Really?
Like, who's going to comfort his wife and children? Like, that's the question.
I was worried about that. I mean, you must take care of Maurice.
I know Maurice can handle herself, but
she's a beautiful pregnant woman. When she's pregnant, ooh, man. Anyway, yeah, we'll sidetrack because Jerry didn't hear me. All right. Now Jerry's back, especially and his woman's right behind him, so we definitely need to be careful because he might get backflip.
What?
So
shut up.
So we just
I love your non all black attire, Jerry. I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah.
Listen here, pal. Bird, that dub belongs in the sky. Let me tell you something. I want you to look at me when I'm talking. Look, see, what I want you to do is to pay attention to what we're talking about here. Okay? Because I have blackbirds and doves. It's
you know what? Screw you. I'm eating my mac and cheese.
First of all, I'm not screwing you. That mac and cheese looks delicious.
It does look good. All right. So I just brought up
mac and cheese.
Oh, good for you. You must have been a good boy. She put a little bacon bits on there for you.
You want some more, Jerry? Here you go.
Good boy. Who's a good boy? Now eat your mac and cheese.
Who's a lone wolf? Who's a wolf that's lonely? Me.
Oh, God. We need to stop. All right. My little Raven. All right, that's so Raven. Um, so we got.
Engage into the future. Okay, no, go ahead.
All right. So if you want to talk about the Wyatts and abducting Miz, go
He
for
did.
it. But
He did.
yeah, like Karrion Kross would say, he's dead.
Dead.
By the way, folks, I don't want to hear a negative word about Karrion Kross not looking for the Miz. He found him at Walmart. So I don't know what y'all are saying. This man wasn't trying hard. He found an action figure of Miz.
Karrion Kross is doing a great job.
He's doing God's work.
He's doing the Lord's work. So listen, folks. The Miz, listen, when we saw that video, the Miz looked fine. Like he was.
Yeah.
They gave
You know
him
what?
some of them.
He's hanging out with an old friend.
Gave him some sandwiches. They gave him some sandwiches, so he's all right.
You know, they're not murdering him. You know, it's not like they're trying to do anything bad to him. Yeah, I know, but still. But hold on. But it took 5 guys to kidnap him. But anyway, we'll talk about that.
The Miz is a Grand Slam champion. He's elusive. Okay, so they didn't want to risk use all the manpower we got.
All right. So New Day decided to, or Xavier Woods is challenging the Viking or the War Raiders. I almost called them War Machine because that's what they should be. But anyway, War Raiders works.
Or the Viking experience.
Yeah. No. We're not going to need a bigger boat. By the way, I thought really honestly, one of my big takeaways was Michael Cole just talking about what all that Eric and Ivar had to go through. Mm-hmm. I thought that was really cool. Talking about even how it affected a lot of their moves now.
Yeah.
But we see the end. Xavier Woods is being an idiot. Kofi is about to line up for Trouble in Paradise. Kofi gets tagged by the quarterback. And by the way, you know, it's funny. So Kofi gives Xavier the quarterback lead. Well, here's the problem. Sometimes you have to bench your quarterback. Xavier Woods needs benching because he's sorry. He's just as bad as Desmond Ritter. I went there. I don't care. This man can't quarterback his way out of a wet paper sack. So, all right. So, if you guys want to talk about any of those, let me know.
I'm just glad the Miz is okay. That's different.
Yeah, me too. Thank God. I'm glad it. Yeah, he's eating that mac and cheese. Yeah. You know, that's his thing right there. Oh, someone posted the video of Karrion Kross breaking 3 bats. I don't need to see that. That was disturbing. All right. Sammy Uso time, or Sami Zayn. He speaks his native tongue. And like I said, Sammy gets a pop no matter where he goes. I'm sick and tired of people acting like Sami Zayn shouldn't be getting any popular treatment because the man is pretty much up there. And by the way, I don't care what anyone says. I really want to see if Sammy does team with the Bloodline, Kevin Owens needs to go on an epic, crazed search to kill Sammy.
Yeah.
Because if he's doing it to Cody and Randy, he's got to do it to Sammy.
Again.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Listen, Kevin, get better friends. That's your problem.
Well, I agree, but you know, look, if you want revenge, you need to do this.
Exactly. Listen, get better friends. Do what you got to do. Listen, you know, go take a walk in the park, meet a friend. You know, because listen, it just sees everybody around you just doesn't care that what the Bloodline did, like they don't care. Like, they beat me up. Cody, yeah. Oh, I'm dealing with Roman. Oh, look, just get better friends. Sammy, why are you talking to the Bloodline? Well, you know, Jey Uso is my friend. I thought I was your friend.
You know what? I'm waiting for Kevin to just cut this long ass promo with the Taylor Swift CD on. Get over yourself, KO. God, you're a little bitch. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. You know what? If you're a real man, go back to Kevin Steen and play that real music you used to come out to when everyone was afraid of death.
Baby, no. Bad blood. No.
Hey. Only us did that.
Y'all fired.
Right. Yeah, I know. So, what did y'all think of the Sammy thing, or do you want to work?
I'm just writing down an idea for Jerry's song.
I mean, like I said, the whole tension between Jimmy and Sammy and Jay trying to play peacekeeper now. Because essentially it's just a flip between Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah.
The fuck?
No, this is now because ever since this has happened, you see Jay doing the following.
Roman and yeah.
And Jay too. He's just like, like, guys, calm down.
So I think it's. I don't know. I don't know where Sammy's going to end up.
I think this is good. You know, this is something we need.
Yeah, it's good. It's another level
This,
to the
you know,
storyline.
what's funny is you see Jay, you know, he gets it. You expected Jay to take a while before he just went back to it.
And well, my biggest thing is they have 3 weeks. If they do War Games, they have 3 weeks to finish this storyline out to get them to War Games.
Mm-hmm.
So are they going to drag it out with Sammy?
What do you think, sir? They got 7 episodes they need to fill, baby.
I mean, if they do, then good on them, you know. But
I think you got to have. I think eventually Paul Heyman has to play a role in this.
Oh yes, I think Heyman needs to be the person to pull Sammy in.
Yeah, and here's the other person that needs to be involved somehow: The Rock. And he needs to. I think he needs to show up at War Games. He doesn't have to be in the match.
Yeah,
he shows up, raises Roman's hand with everyone else, and low blows him.
Yeah, I mean, I
think that little follow.
I think
it gives it to Solo
in it some way, some sort of fashion. He'll be involved.
Because I just go back to when Solo said, "It's a part of the plan. It's part of the plan."
Well, like the thing I sent y'all the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And LaDaruis commented on it when I sent it to him. You know, finish out the storyline, have Roman win the Rumble. Roman's going to do what Cody did to him, except he's going to do it to The Rock. I want my title match. I want your spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's your WrestleMania main event. 3-way Rock, Roman, Cody.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
we'll see.
All right. By the way, before LaDaruis goes, I want to say, if you hadn't seen, check out Dragon Lee versus Chad Gable. That was actually a good match, barring the finish. But you know, I feel bad because Dragon Lee needed to win, but so does Gable. But hopefully something will shake up for the rosters, especially when we start getting closer to this Netflix deal. But go ahead, LaDaruis.
Pass. No.
You don't want to talk about Sammy Uso?
How dare I? No. Here's the thing.
I can't tell them apart now.
Yeah, they look alike. I'm like, yeah, everyone knows Sammy Uso grew up back.
I love the kid picture with Roman, the Uso, Sammy. Man, they've been
like, wait, something in this photo isn't right. Can you identify?
Rikishi, we need to ask some questions.
Keish, listen, I understand. Listen, the 80s was a hell of a decade. I get it. Late 70s, early, I get it. But where were you when, listen.
Rikishi's going to come out. Sammy, you are also my son. Huh? I did it for The Rock.
The Rock's like, you got to stop doing that. That was all you. That was all. Keith, that was you in the club, pal. I was at home. I was playing football in Miami. What were you doing? You were at Studio 54 in New York. I wasn't, pal. I was
with glow sticks. You
should be dancing. Yeah, that would. But well, man, so good. See, that's where Keith had those dance moves from. Like, listen, that wasn't by accident. You see Sammy's mom watching? Oh no. I have to tell him. No, don't tell him. He'll figure it out. But he's getting so along with his. Those are his brothers, for God's sakes. I should do something.
He goes, why do I have this Samoan tattoo?
and why was it? Did I have a little Ula follow? I was like, oh my God, you gotta tell him. You gotta tell him. But my whole thing is just like I think once again here, I'm looking at Jimmy Uso because, like I said, I talked about it a little bit earlier about like there was a great theory out there that I feel like when you look at Jimmy Uso and you look at like what Sammy said. Sammy said, like, he doesn't hate Jimmy Uso. He's just made bad choices. And to be fair, if you look at some of the decisions that were made, Sammy wasn't wrong in what he said. So it's understandable why Jimmy feels the way that he does about Sammy is because Jimmy, I could argue Jimmy has trust issues, which is fine. But the way they're playing it out, it's like, I get where Jimmy's coming from. I definitely understand where Jay's coming from. And here's the thing with Sammy. Sammy makes sense to fit because not just because of the history with the bloodline, but if you really think about it, it's the impact he made and how over he was. He was over.
Don't forget, he's Uzi.
He's Uzi. Yeah, like, are you feeling Uzi? Like when you walk up, like, to me, that line probably got some people laid when he said, hey, you feeling Uzi? Somebody now got knocked up because of that phrase, because of what he said. Somebody right now is going to be named either Sammy or, it's going to have Sammy or something.
Or Jimmy or
Jimmy
Solo.
Hey, where'd you get that name from? I really can't say. Let's just
I'm very upset about it.
we were feeling real Uzi after watching the Bloodline story. It's like
put a little steak on it.
And good thing Raw was only 2 hours and not 3 because it was a dicey situation. But I only had so much time to deliver the line. But to me, what makes like I said, we got 3 weeks toward toward Survivor Series. So it's like to me, and I say this on the show, like, how do we get there?
Yeah,
I always like how do we get there? Because I'm not saying they can't, but I'm curious because it feels like I don't want to say they're speeding up the process, but to me, I thought it would take longer for Jay, given what happened to Jay. I'm thinking, well, he's going to be the last piece.
Yeah,
simply because of how he left the group.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that's going to take a little bit more time to get Jay around, and that's why I say I didn't have a problem with Jay winning the IC title. But the thing is, I understand you put it on him. That's fine. But then for him to drop it, which is equally fine, it felt like, okay, so that was the tell that, okay, they're going to put him in this storyline maybe quicker than they maybe wanted to.
Yeah.
But which is fine. But like all in all, like you said, I think adding The Rock makes a huge difference. The Rock is the type of guy, he doesn't have to be in the match to impact the match. That he's reached that level. He's reached that level for decades. He doesn't have to necessarily be in the match to impact the match. So I think the next person we might see is Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It needs to be Paul.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's true, Jerry. I agree with that. So it's like we know Paul Heyman's going to be added at some point. And listen, we still got a whole bunch of we still got a bunch of Samoan. Listen, they
can have the first ever 20-man War Games match with all the relatives.
And the thing, it feels like a soap opera because listen, like it could be like another Young and the Restless situation where like the Young and the Restless has stayed on for decades, and it feels like, boy, aren't these like the same story but adding people in it? Well, yeah, that's a soap opera. Like literally, if you think about it,
that's all wrestling is a soap opera.
Exactly. So when you try to tell people you don't like wrestling, well, you watch soap operas, right? You watch wrestling.
It's like when people say something about football and wrestling, it's like it's the same thing. It's just we don't have pads.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't fight over a ball. We fight over a belt.
Exactly.
Damn right, and a pretty one at that. But All right, talking about that because it's the fatal 4-way match, and I'm going to. By the way, if you listen to the promos, everyone's like, "Yeah, this guy deserves it. This guy." Oh, and Dom's in this match. Everyone said the same way, and I gotta say, Gunther in his interview when he went, "Yeah, there's a lot of talent. You know, Seth Rollins, Sheamus. You remember Sheamus? As he started to Ludwig, and then Priest." And Dom too, but who cares? And I'm just like,
man,
thank you. That is the appropriate way to look at Dom in this match.
The lowest of blows.
I mean, that's the way I looked at it.
It's like a low blow that Tama Tonga should have hit. That was the
Tamaloa.
I don't care. Listen,
look, Tama Tonga took that headshot. Was not expecting.
Tamaloa can actually work.
All I know, some guy named Tama. Some guy named Tama. Like if some guy named Tama was kicking a football that went wide right and they lost the game. That's all I'm saying. If he was a kicker,
he kicked if he kicked the field goal, it would go right left, and it still wouldn't make it on the other team's sideline.
Where's the ball at? Oh, get some nachos. Oh my god, I hit a guy in the concession stand.
How the hell?
Oh, I forgot to tell you that cheese was just hot. So
that's a second-degree burn.
I think he's gonna be all right?
Put a little icy hot. You'll be fine. You're so oozy anyway.
What?
Look, that fatal 4-way match, I was like, it missed a really mean heel. But don't worry. Bronson Reed showed up. And, look, one of the coolest images was Bronson Reed with bleeding from the eye because, it happened. It wasn't like it. Yeah. It just was actually a pretty good natural look. It really killed me when I saw the butterfly things on his eye. I'm going, really?
The butterfly stitches.
Yeah. I was just like, really? I mean, but either way, man is hitting tsunamis. He's, they were beating him up, and he still gets back up. I'm like, this is how you book a monster.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're building him like a fucking monster. Like,
he tsunami'd Sheamus, and by the way. Way to go, Dom. Because I love the scene where he's seeing everyone getting tsunami'd and he's hiding. Good. We need more chicken shit heels to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is his role. And look, I'm going to tell y'all, I love Dominic as a heel. He's won me over in so many ways because it's just, he gets it. He knows his character. He's not trying to be something he's not. And he hits it all the time. And I mean,
Look at the crowd, the beautiful city of Riyadh. I mean, they even got the assignment, like, you get the microphone, boo! I'm like...
I mean, it was pumped in pure... I mean, they really knew when to say it.
Okay, pal, okay. Listen.
Just saying that, it was alleged, it was piped in.
The city of Riyadh may look quiet, but they can get rowdy after a certain time of the night.
Hold on.
Did you see that noise meter?
Hold on. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, there was a whole lot of there were a whole lot of pitch tents after the women's tag match and the Nia and Liv match and the women's battle royal. They were like, "Oh no, what's going on? I don't know, son, but let's walk away." Oh God, I just so
turn around, put your hand in your middle pit and just walk away. Daddy, why? Shut up, get out there. You get older. Just do what I say. Don't tell your mother. Don't tell your mother we can't do this show. But she's gonna ask. I will take you to McDonald's if you shut your mouth.
The beautiful city of McDonald's, or the beautiful city of Riyadh in McDonald's.
I'll take. Yeah. You have all the.
I want to go to McDonald's now, or I want to go to Riyadh just to see if they'll tell me, "Hey, welcome to the beautiful city of Riyadh. This is McDonald's." I just want to know now. I have to see this.
Yeah, we should do that. We should fly over there as a group.
Get
Jerry a book a match over there, so we have a reason to go over there.
Yeah. So Jerry could work the city of Riyadh, and then me and you could travel the fast food establishment.
Jerry, we can't do it. You're the professional here. Okay?
Yeah, you're the professional, pal. You got to do the work for us. Yeah. We're gonna do the food, the sampling, make sure the beer doesn't taste bad for you. We are thinking of you. Yeah, I wish you would be more. I mean, me and LaDaruis are, because we are thinking of your safety.
Exactly. We may not get up till noon, but you'd have fought 3 matches by then, and that's okay. Okay.
I mean, heck, you're not even up by noon anyway, so it's no big deal.
Exactly. Look, tonight's episode, the lies we tell ourselves. The lies.
So yeah, I love the match. I thought that was good. I like that Priest won. Good job. I like that Gunther's a little bit humbled by that match, by the way.
Yeah, like the stand like in the ring at the end. I'm like, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. All right. We got to talk about it. It's like the wet, it's like the fart in church. It just smells bad and everyone knows. AEW. Dynamite.
Well, folks, you can find me on Twitter and TikTok.
Nope, you got to be a part of this, pal.
Got my contract, pal.
I'm sorry if I got to talk about it.
I'm still in the beautiful city, not the beautiful city of wherever AEW's at.
I don't know where they're at tonight because I won't be watching it.
Oh God, I'll be all right. First of all, so tonight, 8:00
NXT,
on USA, I believe it is.
No, they're actually
CW.
on. They're on CW. They're on their.
They're on CW. Okay,
Yeah.
So it's going to be NXT live from the ECW hall, the original home of ECW. I cannot wait for that. I think that's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice.
They've got some matches lined up that I just cannot wait for. The 10 women tag match, and I don't care what anyone says. This is this.
I hope it's not a clusterfuck.
Yeah, me and Jerry talked about last week.
but
Listen, me and Jerry talked about it's either gonna be really great or it's gonna be really like there. Like most cases, you can say, "Oh, there's middle ground." If it was like a 6-woman or 10, yeah. But we got 10 women involved. Like, look, I want it to go really great because it further expounds on the point of how great the women's division is. But if this thing goes south, more south than the South Pole, yikes!
Yeah.
Like so we're banking on greatness. So, hey, ladies, hey.
I mean, I have no doubt that
Yeah.
the opposing team will carry that match.
Yeah, because you could tell the experience. So you could tell like who's going to be doing what in terms of care.
Right.
You could tell, like to your point, Jerry. You could tell like who's going to probably have to do a little bit more than the others, which is fine.
Don't get me wrong. I think Julia and Jordan and Steph will be fine.
Yeah,
It's Zarya I'm worried about.
yeah.
I think Zarya is going to be good.
Yeah,
I don't doubt she will be. It's just this will be her first big match.
Yeah, and like you said, like you said, with like 4 years, I think you said what last.
Yeah,
like 4
like
years.
4 years.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so
She's still fairly green.
Yeah.
Look at the women she'll be working with. That's almost all the experienced ones.
I'm not really too worried.
Yeah, that's why she got Jordan. She's got Julia. She's got Beck. She's going to be fine.
Yeah, you got Roxanne, Cora, I mean, Fallon, and even JC Jane.
Oh, wait. Say the name again.
Is it JC Jane? Did I say it wrong?
Yeah. No. I just want you to say it again. That's all.
Oh, JC Jane. Okay. Oh, you must like her or something. Okay.
I'm not going to comment either way on that, pal. Just.
Hey, there's nothing wrong. I mean, I also like the Keto Lions, but the Keto.
Yeah. You like her
that,
right?
yeah.
Hey, what's the name of that song, C-Dub, she has? What's the name of that song?
Mute. To mute or not to mute. All right. Let's talk about the wet part that was AEW. Look, they did some cool things. I mean, I thought the Orange Cassidy promo was good. I did not. I mean, first of all, Adam Cole, Buddy Murphy.
That match, and you may have a totally different opinion than me, but I enjoyed the match.
I loved it too. But here's the problem.
I thought it was good. I thought it told the story it needed to tell.
Uh-huh.
And I liked the setup for him and Malachi.
All right, but here's what I'm going to say. Wouldn't it have been better if Adam Cole would have lost the first match? And then Buddy could have done it again. You still have that same finish, but I'm just saying, at least give it some, make you wonder, man, is that because it's the first to 3?
I get that.
Yeah.
I think he's going to lose him and Malachi.
I don't know, man.
Because there's more of a backstory to them too. than there is with him and Buddy.
I hope so. I'm going to say it like that. I hope so because anyway, I love Buddy and I love Mal. The House of Black should be on the show regardless.
What I would do, have match 1 go the way it went, have him lose to Malachi.
Mm-hmm.
Lose. Roddy gets ahead 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
And Roddy starts losing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and Adam starts winning.
Yeah.
And Adam gets there before Roddy does.
Well, and not just that, but you know what the third match is going to ultimately be. Adam versus
Him and
Roddy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm MJF, that's what I'm doing. What do y'all think?
I mean, that's what I would do.
What about you, LaDaruis?
No, it makes too much sense. But knowing Tony Khan, it makes too much sense. He probably do go the other way. But
yeah, probably.
Yeah, but it makes.
Oh, don't worry, we're about to go there.
So it makes a whole lot of sense. And listen, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So.
Mm-hmm. So okay, and look, Kyle Fletcher, wants to call out Will Ospreay. Now he looks like a miniature Don Callis. Big whoopee doo. Mark Davis shows up, and when I saw him come out and the music and everything, all I could say was, "Who?
Who was it?"
It was Mark Davis, his old tag team partner.
Oh, Davis.
Yeah, I kept going, "Who?
You don't know my name."
Yep. Hangman, and by the way, Hangman Adam Page is getting a match with Jay White. I like that.
Switchblade.
Okay. This is where I ended up ready to shut my TV off forever. John Moxley and the crew show up. Mox is preaching again. And apparently Orange Cassidy has dumb babyface syndrome because they decide to try to murder Wheeler. And all of a sudden, Orange has to save Wheeler.
I tried to.
And I'm going, really? Really?
I get it.
No, that's babyface stupidity, bro.
I know, but I get why they did it the way they did it.
I mean, I loved how they switched it and they tried to kill him, but then, okay, but the funny part, all the dorks come in to fight him off. And then here comes Darby in his pink bathrobe. Because I hate this damn thing.
Huh?
He looked like a piñata.
I'm going to get a shower real quick.
And I don't know if y'all saw, when he came down, he was facing the wrong direction. So all these guys are fighting. And here's Darby. He tries to fight being strapped to this thing. I'm like, Jesus, help us. What did y'all think about that? I mean, it's just, give me a little breather. I'll let LaDaruis go first. Yeah, I know.
Look, I don't claim to know everything about wrestling, but when you do something when you're supposed to land a certain way,
just leave him out here.
So when you're supposed to land a certain way on a spot, how do you end up on the opposites of where you're supposed to be? Like, hey, camera's over here. Where are you? You're staring at the wall. You see, people think that, you got to promote AEW. Look, this is stuff that feels fundamental by nature. It's not like they're screwing up something big. You're screwing up something simple. It's like, look, if you get this wrong, then everything else feels wrong. So, I saw Jerry when he did the thumbs up.
Yeah.
So, you know what, CW? You see, people wonder why. Like, I wish Madden was here today, and I would have wanted to hear from them, like, how do you How do you explain that? So, to me, it was all around cheeks. I'm not gonna say the other word because
Yeah.
it's just because it's not that level bad, but it's absolute cheeks. Period.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. It's when you watch some of this storytelling that or not even storytelling, because what we're about to go through is just even more, I think, ridiculous. So we get the tag title match. All right. Look, I'm going to say it again. If you wanted Private Party to be a team to be reckoned with and to win a championship, why not give them a longer period to build themselves up? So you can actually look at them like legit champions and not like a flavor of the month, because that's how I see it. I'm not even going to go into Garcia and Jack Perry because I just think they're just crap. I'm sorry. They have changed the channel heat for me. But Mark Quinn, they win the tag titles, and then the Bucks hand it to him. And then it made it official. Orange Cassidy's going to go against Moxley. You ready for this? Because this is another one that makes me so aggravated. Jamie Hayter, who now is Daphne from Scooby-Doo Gang. She's doing a side-by-side interview with Penelope Ford. Huh? Wasn't this woman a champion?
Yes.
Didn't she get, she lost the title because she was hurt. And she was a face of that division.
Correct.
And we have to put her in matches against Saraya, Harley Cameron, and now Penelope Ford. That's the gauntlet we're choosing. We couldn't give them more time than just that. All right. Well, hold on. It gets great. Because guess who was up next? Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree. The same Learning Tree that needs to be burned down, by the way. And they're still talking about Jay. That was my note. And then I'm trying to get through this, but some of this just makes me so aggravated. Alex Marvez shows up trying to talk to the Young Bucks, but he sees Jack Perry, who stopped them, said it's not a good time, and then Garcia and Perry start shoving each other in a heatless. I'll bet you CM Punk's laughing when he sees those two.
It's pretty fun. Listen, he has a right to laugh. It's
should.
hilarious.
I know I am, because I see this. I'm just like, you're kidding. This is a feud that we got to watch. And then so Perry, he opens the door and they're shredding documents. And I'm just, at this point, I'm aggravated. And then this is the point that just made me just lose my mind. So the Brick House Camille, who's a former, like you said, LaDaruis, NWA champion, had not lost how long?
About 2.5 years.
So she's been in the business for a while. She's actually knows how to wrestle.
Yeah.
Wrestled Chris Statlander.
Yeah, at least I thought she do. Yeah.
Well, apparently not enough, because she lost to Statlander. And Mercedes attacked Stat and yelled to get in the back. And, if you have to get something done, do it yourself. So I guess she's now part of DIY too. And the match, I hate to bring this up because it's not like I have anything against Queen Aminata. If you would have just did a squash match with her, and if you wanted her to have some smoke with Camille, she could have came out. Or you could have had a squash match with Aminata. You have a regular match with Chris. Chris is a former champion. It's not like she doesn't know how to win a title. There's no disrespect. You protect her. No, we're just going to try to break them up. It hasn't even been a full month.
Yeah, see that's the thing. That's what pissed. See, here's the thing. I'm gonna go my little mini rant.
Please, no, please. I want you to, because now this is me giving you the softball.
Because here's the thing. When I saw, because I follow Camille, I follow the NWA, which I watch occasionally, but I watched it a lot when she was there. Because like I say, love of women's wrestling. I love Camille. I watch her on YouTube. Like, I'm a huge Camille fan.
Yes, and she's good.
So I knew. So I'm thinking, oh great, she's going to AEW. She's going to be something. It's going to be great.
Hold on. Not only is she a good wrestler, but let's also remember, and WWE wanted her too.
Yeah. So
NXT, they wanted her there.
Yeah, because she did a YouTube video it's kind of like a LeBron James The Decision type thing, where there were options, and she chose to go to AEW.
Yes.
So when I'm thinking, okay, so they're gonna put her in something great, and then she shows up as like Mercedes Moné, this was like pre-Raquel showing back up. So I'm thinking, okay, this could be something great, because like Camille can be like the protector. We'll see her in some matches. It's gonna be great. And then I see here, was it Queen Aminata she fought first?
No, it was like one match she had.
Yeah,
I can't remember that one, but she squashed that person. Yeah, and then Aminata was her second match. I want to say.
Okay, so I wasn't that far off. So I'm watching that match, and I'm going, well, listen, I like Queen Aminata. Don't get me wrong, but this kind of feels like maybe, Camille should handle it and win. But what do we know? Like, what do we know about? And then now this. Sometimes I just feel that Tony Khan just wants to go after people and doesn't see the resume. He sees the name, and if he looked at Camille's resume, you would have seen that. Why is she losing to this? Why are you treating her like that? And yet you want to tell me that you take the division seriously. Here's the thing. I love the women in the AEW women's division. Do not get me wrong. But I've had an issue with them since when Thunder Rosa won the championship, and Thunder Rosa was not treated like a champion. And like I said, I understand. Like, I know Thunder Rosa may not feel that way, but I do, being a fan. Is that
most her promos were backstage.
She was not, and then it had one on the ramp. And I think maybe
Britt Baker. And I'm sorry, but Britt Baker had way more TV time than Thunder Rosa did, and that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's just it's aggravating how this division is, and how we're booking. Like, we're looking at Jamie Hayter. Like, if someone told you that, hey, Jamie Hayter was a former AEW Women's Champion, they wouldn't believe you at the way she's being booked. If you look at the way Camille is being booked, if someone told you, well, she was a champion at a company, she was the women's heavy world champion for 2.5 years, you couldn't tell at AEW. The only thing that becomes apparent and clear is that, listen, I love Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks. Don't get me wrong. Mercedes Renata, whatever you want to call it. But this is what happens, where it just feels like, instead of building the division, it feels like the division was the same as it was when she came in. I could argue maybe slightly worse.
I'm with you. I think it's not good.
Like, it's not moving. The needle's not being moved, and she's holding 2 championships. Hasn't been in the company a year, and she's already a double champion. And the fact that you sacrificed Willow Nightingale, who should be the future of the AEW Women's Division, you sacrificed her, and now you bring in Camille for what? Because here's the thing: when Jade Cargill was there, Jade Cargill was never going to be nothing more than the TBS champion. They could have easily put her in a program. I don't know if Britt Baker was the champion at the time, but you could have put her in a program with Britt Baker, and you didn't do it. So Jade left. Because if you thought of Jade Cargill was she's nothing more than a TBS champion. And then now how you looking at how you're booking your division, like it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's upsetting. And people think, well, you always pick on AEW. Listen, WWE wasn't that great at booking the women's division until what, the last decade?
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, as long as we're here, we will go off on them too. It's not like we're gonna praise them every time.
Yeah, I mean, we've sat on this show. At least I know you have as well.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I've called out like how people had the nerve to question Becky Lynch, and then how people come at. Listen, I here's the thing. I defend like Thunder Rosa because she deserved better. And when she got hurt, instead of having the announcement that she had to relinquish the belt in the middle of the ring, where did she make the announcement at?
In the
backstage. That's what you think. And then I remember they showed like the time that was used. It was ridiculous. You didn't even give her 5 minutes. Essentially, she's giving up a belt, something she fought for, and she's hurt. And the best you can do, Tony Khan, the best you could do is give her a backstage segment, and then all of a sudden, nothing happened. Listen, her matches between her, Deonna Purrazzo, and the match she had with Britt Baker in that case were great matches. Thunder Rosa is no joke, but you treated her as a joke when she was champion.
Huh. And you know what's funny? At that time, Britt was the top woman of that thing. She was the queen bee of that show, right?
Correct.
And now you have a new queen bee, which is Mercedes.
Correct.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it Mariah May who is the women's champ, not the secondary champ? Why is she doing promos in the back?
It feels like it's like I don't know what you call it, the deja vu, the Mandela effect, the Twilight Zone, because it's like I've seen this before. It's like you had Thunder Rosa, your champion, backstage, but when Britt Baker did her stuff, where was Britt Baker most of the time?
In front of the ring, always in the ring, by the ring. Tony Schiavone, you name it, whatever she wanted.
And so, and then now, how you're doing Mercedes Moné when Mercedes Moné showed up, where does Mercedes Moné have backstage doing her interviews?
I mean, she does a couple, but it's not as much as.
Yeah, but it's more than what Thunder Rosa got. It's more.
No, I'm with you.
So, I guess to put a button on this is this. If people got to understand, TNA books a better women's division than this.
Oh, yes.
I've seen divisions booked better than whatever that is. And
so now,
and it's just upsetting. And so, like I say, if I anger myself anymore, I'll throw it to you.
Hold on.
It's anger.
Well, no, I appreciate you going there because I'm about to tell you what angers me now. The next part. So the Young Bucks are leaving, running away from the Blackpool Combat Club. They leave Brandon behind, and he gets his hand smashed, and Christopher Daniels, by the way, is the worst actor you can ever have. Wrestler, he's good. Don't have him acting on TV. He sucks. He's as bad as the dork that was with. He has no personality. I can't remember the interviewer's name, but anyway. But Marvez. Okay, so I just remember the voice. All right, and then this happens, and my number one fear kicked in. These motherfuckers are gonna make the Young Bucks faces and have them go after the Blackpool Combat Club and save AEW, not the young guys. Now, I thought I was a little bit mean on that thought until I saw a New Japan show. Surprise. And I saw Kenny Omega show up. LaDaruis? Isn't Kenny Omega an EVP of AEW?
That's what I was told.
Wouldn't he be better suited to come back to AEW first and let the AEW faithful that love him so much to know he'll be coming back?
The math would make sense there.
No, we decided to do a little thing with Gabriel Kidd and then have, and now we're supposedly leading up for a match at Wrestle Dynasty. I swear to God, if you try, AEW, if you even dare do this, bring the Bucks back and Kenny as the original Elite. Try to make it like everything is fine. I will be yelling from the mountaintops. AEW is nothing but a TNA wannabe, and not even in the good way. I'm going to call Tony Khan Dixie Carter. Because that is bullcrap. Another great thing about AEW, get ready. The match between Sheldon and Swerve, great. When you do some good matches, I could tell you did a great job.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Debut. So MVP grabs his phone, and he wasn't calling Roman Reigns. He called the black version. Called Bobby Lashley. And apparently he showed up. Or he should have just did was, hey, Bobby. And then, then Bobby could have done the say his name and he appears. But then, that would be even better. Bobby Lashley having people clapping for him, that would have been, but you got to have personality to do that. Anyway, so yes, I went that. Yeah, I went there with Bobby Lashley. Now, you thought a 50-year-old something Sheldon Benjamin was awesome to have on the roster. Well, get ready, AEW roster. Y'all ready to get pushed down? Because here comes Bobby. Yep, Bobby Lashley. And let me tell you, does he look great? Yeah, he looks awesome. Are they hyping them up, the Hurt Syndicate? Yeah, middle of the show. Guess what? I won't believe anything's good coming out of it. I won't. By the way, if you look at the picture of Jamie Hayter on this thing they have, I swear, it looks as if, I want to say it almost looks like Tony Khan looked at Jamie Hayter and said, can you look like Rebecca Quinn?
Yeah.
I mean, and begged her to. Maybe gave her a raise if she did. And then dress up in nothing but 70s gear. That's a way to go, Tony. So look, you're about to go head to head with NXT. I would normally give you the go ahead or say probably watch AEW because it's their night. But here's the thing. Christian's going to go face to face with Hook. I love Hook. I think this will probably be good. The face to face at least. Yeah. I think it will be good. Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin in his pink bathrobe versus Orange Cassidy versus Claudio and Pac. WWE versus AEW. Fine, do it. I don't care. because at least it's actually going to be an okay match. Adam Cole versus Malachi Black. I want Malachi to win, but I know that ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Wishful thinking.
Yeah. Learning Tree versus the Conglomeration. Hold on. With Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, and Ishii. God, that forbidden door just stays open, doesn't it? I mean,
they're closing that door, lock it or something. Jesus.
I mean, get a deadbolt, please. I mean, it ain't costing that much, Tony. And by the way, can Kyle O'Reilly look even more stupider? Because people were happy about Kyle coming back. Now that Adam Cole is a face, even though we don't know why, Roddy's now a face. We don't know why. Now Kyle is looking like an idiot by not trying to get back with him. And I'm just going, decisions. Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher teaming up against Ricochet and a mystery partner. If it ain't the old Marky boy that showed up last week, it's going to be Will Ospreay. Who cares? Because if you've seen one Ricochet match, you've seen them all. And I hate to say, well, by the way, congratulations to Zack Sabre Jr. winning the title. Sorry that Ricochet in a suit attacked you. That was another thing that happened at the New Japan show. I mean, and I'm sorry, but it aggravates me to see how some of these wrestlers have gotten so sensitive from going to AEW. And it's like, dude, we're not mad at you. Like, some of these people that are upset, that's them. Those are the idiots. But the clapback that these guys do are ridiculous. Have you noticed that WWE guys don't do it like they used to?
Yeah, it's like, listen, I seen people come after like Piper Niven, like Michin, and they just do like smart little quips back at them. They don't engage. They just respond and keep it moving. But no, not Ricochet. No.
Not Daxie.
No, it's the AEW policy. Yeah. Do they get a copy of it when they sign? I'm just curious.
I like the thing that you brought up was does Tony look at what they bring, or does he just look at the name when he signs these guys?
Yeah, it's a legitimate question to ask, because it's like, here's the thing: Ricochet is great, but personality matters. Like, there's a reason why WWE let him go.
Yeah,
like, no disrespect to Ricochet and his work at WWE. Because he could have stayed, but listen, different points of view. But here's the thing. If you're gonna bring them in, like, tell them not to engage with whatever you call them, marks online. Ricochet, you're the bigger person. You have a bigger fan base. You have more followers than who you probably have, at least at the minimum, at least 10 times more followers than whoever you're engaging with, at least.
Hey, you're a millionaire. I mean, that's what Samantha said. You know, he's rich. So guess what? Good. And
great.
You know what? So why are you worried?
Yeah.
Why are you worried about Country Bumpkin 6211? It says, Ricochet, I think you're stupid. I'm so tired of your matches. And you're going to take out your time of your day. Ooh. No, I don't think so, buddy. I could fly.
Is that what keeps you up at night? Like, really, did that keep you up at night, Ricochet? If I was a millionaire and I was with Samantha Irving, look, there's just some things you can just let go, and this is one of them. Like, as long as he doesn't make it, as long as fans don't make it personal.
Yeah.
Like they talk about Samantha, your kids. Yeah, okay, but if they're just talking about you as a wrestler, you're a millionaire. Why do you care? Like, because at the end of the day, as long as they don't make it personal, call you derogatory things, yes, then you can engage to an degree. But if they're just saying, "Hey, man, you suck at wrestling," you're wrestling. They're not. You're on TV every week. They're not. Like,
I mean,
you just let it go.
And my thing is this, you know, when AEW came out, they did such a good job on pushing what they do online and media and social media. And now it's become a weapon against them.
Yeah.
And it's because now they feel like they must defend everything. And I'm just going, why are you fighting with people that are looking at you saying, hey, we want better? Look at NXT. Honestly, I don't think it's now going to be straight up developmental like people think. I think it's going to be more of a developing / third brand style where people are going to get their stuff in and learn, and then they get to be moved on. And look, I think, and I say it again, do not be surprised if Jordan Grace goes up to the Rumble when I think her contract's up, to be honest, but I don't really know because I'm not an insider like that.
Yeah.
But when if she does officially, it just strikes me as odd. She shows up the day after she loses the belt with Impact, and I'm going, she did the honors, no problem. She's doing this. There has to be something going on,
Yeah.
And I'm not saying in a bad way. This is awesome. Because if she's able to now just join into the fray, do her thing, I think everyone would benefit with Jordan Grace on the roster.
Yeah.
And look.
She's a game changer, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And look, so Cora Jade just came back. They're not treating her like she's this big loser. They're treating her as important as Roxanne is.
Yeah, if not more. Yeah, on the same plane.
Oh, and they brought her back when? On the first episode of the NXT on CW, not on the pre-show of a pay-per-view. That's and then you have Camille and Mercedes. Look at Liv and Raquel. Okay, Raquel came back in a really screwed up way, but they made sense of it. They tried to, work around it. And now look at them. They look like they could be a tag team again and go for the women's tag titles.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have to be logical. You wouldn't have to make sense of it.
Exactly.
You have Mercedes Moné. There is no reason why Moné can't be a great talker, can't be a great worker, and a great draw.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
All of those.
Why is this a struggle?
Yeah. If people try to take a wheel, like the saying, try to reinvent the wheel. That's exactly what people are trying to do here. And specifically, like look, like this is what I say with Tony Khan. When you sign these people, you do see their other work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Mercedes Moné, Mercedes Bernardo, Sasha Banks, whatever you want to call her. Did you see her at WWE? Did you see her on the mic?
Yeah.
Like she works.
And not just that, but she did do well. I've been really I loved her work on the indie scene and in Japan. She did a great job. Yeah. No, I'm not throwing no shade on her in that regard.
Everywhere she went, post WWE, if you watch her work at WWE, she did great. When she went to New Japan, she did great everywhere she went. Tony, see how she was booked. See how they didn't throw belts on her day one.
No.
So what? So you give her. So you make her a promise of. She probably didn't want creative control. You were probably the one that gave it to her. She didn't. And if she did,
and I'm going to say this: if you want creative control for a company you don't own, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone deserves that, and I don't care if you're John Cena, Roman Reigns. If you're not paying the bills or you're not in charge of creative, you should not have creative control.
Yeah, and all those wrestlers you mentioned were the faces of their company, were the face of the company.
Yeah,
and they didn't have no creative control. Creative helped them. They worked with creative to work on their character, develop a character. But since you gave Mercedes has her own writer, so to know what she wanted. Listen, I'm not putting this all on Mercedes. This is Tony. Listen, and I'll say it to cross brands here. I said, go look at Cleveland and look what happened to them when they gave Deshaun Watson all that money. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
when you give somebody something guaranteed and locked, you can start questioning the motivation because look, at the end of the day, like forget like you don't hand out that sort of money. And and then even before he got hurt, the team had a losing record with him as the quarterback starting. So what is that? And then you gave it to him and he missed the season. And you still gave him the money, banking on what he did back 2-3 years ago. And you
extended him.
Yeah. And then you mortgaged your future and your draft picks to get him. And AEW is mortgaging their women's division on Mercedes Moné to help this division. And look, I want to be wrong, C-Dub. I really do. But they're simply the women. It's like that. You know, people ask like, but I know the political season's over. But when they ask you, were you better off than you were today 4 years ago? Well, I have a question. Is the AEW women's division better off today with Mercedes Moné as opposed to before she got there?
I would say they were better before. I mean, and that's sad that you have to ask that. How about that?
Yeah, it is. Like the last thing I wanted to ask was that question. But if I would have saw everybody shining, like when I see her, you know, I felt bad for Willow because like Willow had to drop her belt, like she and then I see Camille come in, and then that to me was the one that okay, this is how you get it right.
Yeah,
like, you can't screw up Camille, right? Right. And then
right?
all of a sudden, right? It's like you go right, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you do. You found a way to screw that up.
Yeah, because there is no reason. And here's the thing: even if you wanted Statlander to beat Mercedes, that is one thing.
Yeah.
Why then did you put her as a heel? Why not give her a full storyline where she shows why she wants to be a face again and wants to earn that trust, rebuild that bridge with Willow, trying to help her and just kind of, you know, to say, I'm sorry, to do stuff like that to make it, okay, I don't understand why you went mental, but you know what? I love you. You know, we're not mad, but let's just work this through. And, you know, you have obstacles. And then, you know, she attacks Willow, takes Willow out, and she wants revenge for Willow because Willow's been so good to her. You could have done something like that.
Yeah.
And you don't. And here's the crazy part. The person that they should have built this around was Willow.
Bingo.
And we haven't even seen her.
Yeah.
You want to know another person that I've been wondering why we don't see? We see a hell of a lot of Mark Briscoe, a hell of a lot of Chris Jericho. Where's Athena?
I heard she exists, but we wouldn't know that because, like, if she's on Ring of Honor, then listen, Ring of Honor is not on television.
But but we see Sammy Guevara, Dustin Rhodes, the tag champs, Dustin Rhodes, the Von Erichs, the 6-man champ. We see we've seen Cage, you know, Big Muscle Man. Yeah. He's a TV champ.
Cage, yeah, we've seen all these dudes.
All these guys are champs, and we see them all the time. Why can't we see Athena?
It's one of those we could talk about this all the way till midnight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could.
Because it's that bad. It's
in
that regard, it's that bad.
And if you think the women are bad, the guys are just as bad. Because if you're telling me Orange Cassidy's the guy to beat Mox, I would have believed it a couple of years ago. But then when you booked Orange for over a couple of years as Brock Lesnar, beating everybody, that's why I make the joke. But he booked Orange Cassidy like he was freaking Brock Lesnar. I thought it was a joke. But I was like, Jesus, this guy don't ever lose. And then I see the Kenny Omega thing, and I'm just like going, I truly do not know where they're going. And I honestly, if I see the Elite across the ring from the Blackpool Combat Club, it will just tell me everything I need to know, aka TNA booking. I will be like, where's Ric Flair? Where's Charlotte? Where's Dixie Carter? You know, this isn't Tony Khan. Boom, this Dixie Carter. You know, and I wouldn't gotten away with it for you meddling kids. But you know, look, I think NXT is going to be fun. It's going to be representing, ECW. I love Carmel. I love Trick. I'm looking forward to the Javon Evans and Wes Lee match. Don't know what RVD is going to do. Hope to God he's just repping or something.
Yeah. Hey guys, I wanted to get his hot pocket from the microwave.
That would have been better if he just said that.
I got a hot pocket in the microwave, guys. But I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be in Philadelphia.
And by the way, hold on. Are y'all going to ECW? I think I got an idea what I can do. It's like, okay, thank you, Shaggy. I mean, and then so Tony D'Angelo got a phone call from somebody about coming to Philly. And apparently, I think we know who it is because it could be FBI, but, I'm just saying, full-blooded Italian. So that'll be pretty funny. So there'll be a stereotype thing going on after that one. Trying to think of what else is going on in that. We got the 10 women. We got the street fight with Jada Parker and Bolo Vice.
Yeah. Dawn Marie, I think is the yeah.
Dawn doesn't look bad either. I'm like, Jesus, this is going to be fun to watch. I mean, especially look. Say what you want about NXT. These people are about to have this is going to be the ultimate throw, sink or swim moment, y'all. Because you go to the ECW home, you best not screw up and you best not look bad because these people will eat you alive. What do you think, man?
Listen, let's be clear. Philly loves they love their sports.
Oh yes.
And more specifically, listen, ECW, listen. Go ask John Cena how he feels about Philadelphia. Like John
personally, I think he loved it.
Yeah. And then one of the all-time greatest lines was delivered in all of wrestling when the night where Paul Heyman was in the ring and JBL at that time was the champion. And Orlando Jordan, they're all up in the balcony.
Yeah.
And he said the only reason why you're the SmackDown champion is because Triple H doesn't want to work on Tuesday. And it's like
he said it.
It was like
you thought hearing Ron call Terry a bald-headed son of a bitch or something. That line cut to the core.
The only reason why you're SmackDown champion is because Triple H refused to work on Tuesdays. And I'm like, Jesus. I'm like,
that cut to the soul.
I'm like, Jesus, pal. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, you're right, but still, like, it's like the line, like, yeah. I'm like,
so a young CM Punk in the background looked at JBL and said, "Where's the lie?"
Yeah. It's like I don't listen. I see facts here, and it's like the line Anthony Mackie said in Captain America, like, listen, he's out of pocket, but he's right.
Yeah, you see a solitary tear flow down his face. I'm gonna come back when I'm 60 and clothesline everybody in my long cowboy hat and jacket.
And I'm gonna call myself. I would not be Bradshaw. I'll be John Layfield, not to be confused with.
Right, we're gonna have to talk to Jerry, find out if he's looking out for John Layfield.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Listen.
Take him out.
You think you won? You see a man in the dark. Listen, that's not Desperado, pal. That's John Layfield. That ain't your magic.
Desperado's gonna have to come out with a new outfit. Man,
hey,
but
Zork, I borrow your mask? No, you cannot.
And by the way, I still haven't heard anything about Vikingo. I hope he's getting better. He took a really bad. Look, there are some wrestlers that had to tweak their way of working. I know Will Ospreay was one of them. Michael Cole talked about Ivar and Eric. So, guys, please be careful out there when you're wrestling. I love indie wrestling, but I want to make sure everyone goes in the same way they came out. So,
yeah.
Just a little shout out there. And LaDaruis, go ahead and plug your stuff and let's wrap up, man.
You can find me on Twitter and TikTok at LaDaruis_Brown. You can find me, the writer and editor, at Beyond Women's Sports. The NFL preview is up on TikTok for the Bengals and the Ravens game. It'll be on Twitter probably 8:30, 9 o'clock to schedule out there. And like I say, always here talking wrestling and having a good time. Oh, by the way, Instagram, there's _Brown. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because
it's fine.
somebody's underscore me and I'm not too happy about it. So
you know what I hate about it? It's like, when we use the underscores, it's like you go, God, I gotta use this. And you use it and you're just like, when you tell people your stuff and you go, yeah, you gotta put an underscore. Okay, no, not a line, an underscore.
Yeah, like the thing that goes, oh my God.
The bottom, don't do a dash because you're gonna do it. Yeah, I know.
So where can we find?
I get it.
I did. So where can we find your CDouble?
Well, you're going to find me you just type in CDouble on Facebook. You'll either see my Facebook page or my actual page with my name. And, I won't say my name because, it's like the boogeyman thing. I don't like saying it. But, and then CDouble AWTN. Yeah, I like doing that stuff just to make people laugh. CDouble AWTN on X. You definitely want to follow me. I really just do a lot of wrestling and football takes more than I do anything else. I'm so glad that the political stuff is over with. That was such a headache. Oh my God. But then also CDouble 28 YouTube. Find us. This is where we do our football show. This is where we do the wrestling. We also do a lot of shows with Terry Friday night and also I believe Monday morning. Just look us up. We'll be there. And also, I just want to say this. If you voted, just know this. You did your job. You did your civic duty. You voted. That's all you could have done. You don't have to be upset. If you're mad, you could be mad at the result. But just remember, change happens when we do something as in our own world. We can affect the world more than just talking about, oh, who'd you vote? You should have. No, don't do that because you can miss out on awesome friendships. I love LaDaruis. I love Terry. I love Ron. I love Jerry. All these guys are valuable people. And if you shut yourself off because of a vote, you are screwing yourself over because life is more valuable than just a stupid election. And if you want to spout off before you do, I'm going to give you a suggestion that my old man told me. It's simple. You ain't walk no mile in their shoe. And if you try to grab their shoe and walk a mile, they're going to kick your ass. So just understand where they're coming from. You don't have to always compare it. Just understand where it happened and be you. Because people will respect that. And LaDaruis, I love you, brother. You're a great guy. I so appreciate everything you do. I appreciate Jerry. I appreciate Ron, Terry, T. Will. He's been, really helping and just a blessing to the show as well as the football show. And guys, enjoy wrestling. I know we cracked on AEW, but sometimes you have to do it. And look, if we're wrong, tell us, and we don't mind. If you want to be on the show, hit us up. We would love to have people to discuss because, look, wrestling's fun if everyone's a part of it. And here's another thing, just a quick reminder. If AEW's making money and going further on, that means WWE has to be better. That means TNA has to be better because people don't want to lose out. They want to keep competition going. So wrestlers have a spot to go somewhere. Baron Corbin's going to need to look for a place. Tegan Knox will look for a place, Indy Hartwell. So that's why we want wrestling to be open and going. We don't want it to shut down. I've never wanted AEW to go downhill or shut their doors. I want them to get better. So I hope everyone's cool with me going off on that. LaDaruis, hope you're good.
Yeah,
because you got real quiet on me.
I was watching NXT. I was watching the ladies, and I was like, how they got them, how they got the matches set up in like different parts of Philly. Like they had Trick Williams and at Geno's, and then they had like near the. And I was like, all right. First of all, I didn't see no Philly cheesesteak. So you just tell me you show up to a place like Geno's, and you
let me tell you something.
Listen,
I cannot wait to see Tony D'Angelo, and I hope it is going to be the FBI crew because my God, I'm going to die laughing watching that. I mean,
hey, Don Marie, hey, oh,
I told you.
yeah.
All right, let me see what you were talking about because now I must see this before I log off here. Sorry, folks, but get over it.
It's so funny. It's like they got like it's well done. Oh,
Okay, so I see. Oh wow, Bubba Ray's got the original ECW jacket on. I like that. That's pretty sick. I'm intrigued by Bubba Ray being a part of this. By the way,
yeah. But like I said, we get a whoop that.
Gino's okay. Yeah, he's got to. Yeah. See, and I think Javon Evans is going to look freaking dope in his because he supposedly has like a New Jack theme. Oh my God, I like Evans. I really do.
Yeah, that dude. Let me tell you something. Like
He's
him,
gonna be
KP, and high,
special.
like that's the future. That's the future.
Yeah.
Like that's the future of NXT and other WWE. And so
This is hard. Julian, Stephanie, Jordan. Okay, Kiana. Yeah, gotta remember her name.
some like it hot to do.
Don't
C-Dub likes it hot. Bum, 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 bum,
boom,
bum.
boom, 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 boom. Love that
Don't-
song, by the way.
Don't look
Don't
at
like
him. He's preoccupied in his mind.
Dun, 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 dun. Man, I'm looking at this crowd. I'm like, damn, I want to party with these people.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we could be balling in this crowd, man. This be awesome. Look
Hey.
at Dawn Marie.
Can we get our buddy Jerry a match here so we can
Yeah, ooh, Dawn. You know, he just kicked your butt a little bit, but it's all good. You're saucy.
It's all right. What are the rules of this match? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Bowler Vice just showed up. People love her. I'm telling you, this is the ultimate sink or swim thing for them tonight. Oh, hello. Okay, you got my attention.
We didn't have this back at the original ECW.
Oh, hold on, guys. Like, I don't remember seeing girls this hot. We're like, they right.
You see Don Marie? I'm standing right here. Oh, well, no, we're not talking about you. We're just talking about
We're talking about
like
others.
the general sense. Like, listen, we're not trying to get canceled here. We're just trying.
Of course, she gets a table, and then Jada pushing the table in. Oh my God! All right, so guys, I hope you enjoyed our show. Me and LaDaruis is going to move this probably to Facebook where we can call each other and watch this mess. But we'll holler at y'all later. CDouble out. Take care, guys. Peace. Some like it hot and the heat is on.